All right. I think we're live again. Hopefully there's not internet issues or audio. Let's see. Zinkerman, an endless loop of audio happening. It's a YouTube thing.
Okay, I don't hear it now. There's no endless loop now, I think, so.
Awesome. Oh, we're good then.
I think we're good.
We're all good. Yeah, yes. Hopefully we're back. Paula, how you doing? I wanted to talk to the chat. That's really what I'd like to do. How does that sound? Nolan Void, how's it going? How does that sound? What's going on?
This dictator.
Oh, the gun guy.
Dragon Man?
No.
No,
I don't know. Not yet. I don't know. Did Full Blast wanted to talk to chat, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to do kind of a short one, because the Aftershow is like a fake show, right? I mean, real Spurgouts, but it's all fake. You get it, right? I think you guys get it. But
I just like
and that this is not that
talking to you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Full Blast, what is fake? Fucking fish monster. Son of a bitch. The guy is he's a great A. You guys, we don't have to worry about dead air. We don't have to worry about the gravity well. It's time to dip out. I think a lot of people might not a lot of people, but anybody that checks us out, I think that there's a good amount of those people probably want me to dump some entertaining fuel onto the dumpster fire. But I'm bowing out entirely. I disavow it other than as something to enjoy. You know, well, it's time to just stop commenting on it. Like, you guys, no one cares what I have to say about it, right?
I think they might, but I don't think it's necessary for you to say stuff about it. If you don't really have anything to say, I think.
All
that there is to say has probably been said. I mean, people are asking why you didn't stream the kill stream this week, and it's. I mean, you want to just elephant in the room?
Well, I quit on Monday morning, and so there you go. It's like, I don't. Look, I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. I thought it was kind of funny to fuck with you guys on Friday and take part in the sweeping of the chat, but it didn't stick, and it left a really bad taste. You know what I'm talking about? It was wrong. All right, so I'm sorry about that. As for letting them mod it, well, we don't have to worry about that because they're all gone. So it's all us. And the other channel, I kind of wanted to just leave up as like a symbol of internet idiocy and insanity. And I don't know, I might re-upload anything Metaker does that's good, assuming he's still cool with that. I know, has he ever gone back on his word on that? He's not cool with people re-uploading his content? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I assume it's kind of stressful restreaming every night, and you know all that.
No, it's not stressful.
It's just internet stuff went off. People are saying we want to hear it. Every question chill stream is where's Full Blast Forever? Like I don't want to speak for you, but I think the answer for us is like, man, the drama became too much. We don't really have a stake in either side of whatever drama there is. Either way, I personally enjoy listening to Ralph's content and hanging out with chat, and that's about it. But yeah, I like hanging out, talking to chat, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And you know, if there's drama and bullshit, it's not that fun anymore. So I think that's
that's what makes it fun. You're wrong there. Like, look, I thought PPP was a little one-dimensional. Like, so a couple of weeks ago, people were asking us to play some of his content. So I said, pick the best 60 seconds, and it didn't strike me. You know, I didn't get the joke. I don't even want to say that because I feel like I'm being a bit of a busker. You know, like I don't want to sit here and pretend like I get it or explain it to anybody. Like you guys have been lurking and talking about this probably for a lot longer than I've even known about it. But he went on the Ricada stream, and that was hilarious. And you know, then he did like a whole 24 hours of these crazy streams, him and this guy Surfer. Man, they roasted everybody. They roasted me pretty good. Those sons of bitches. Fucking knuckleheads. But they're cool guys, and it was funny. And it really was, I gotta say, it was refreshing, man. Zinkman, I see you deleting your own chats over there. Message retracted. And I think it suddenly it just struck me that everybody's so fucking serious, and there's no mirth. You know?
No mirth? What do you mean?
Well, like all the it's all it's all gun shielding. I don't know how to explain it further. You know, like you got to take shots, but you got to run it by. You got to defend the click because you got to come up with conspiracies. Like, I was surprised that they didn't try to tell people that. I'm surprised they stopped themselves taking it too seriously and assuming PPP Mafia is it's a mafia of all these people, and we're gonna say that Full Blast is an inside man or something like that to discredit his trust. Like, you shouldn't trust me. I'm just some internet idiot, and I don't know. It's all so fucking stupid. Disavow.
Yeah. Once it's taken too seriously, it's not as entertaining in my mind.
Yeah, and I don't know. I miss seeing the more chaotic slap fights of the early 2018. I feel like such an idiot even talking about this, but I can't, guys. I'm stricken, and I think you'll empathize with me. I can't stop watching this stupid trash fire. It perplexes me.
Which trash fire?
This whole every word is gay. I wonder how long this will be up. We might get flagged, maybe not. But blood sports or IBS or I feel sleazy even saying the phrase. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
A long time ago, we called it adult melodrama.
Oh, it's definitely a soap opera. I think one of the things that I found so funny about PPP is he's basically put the character Dick into basically openly mocking Dax, which
really
now that
I haven't been following that hardly at all.
Well, I guess when you see a lot more about them in their personal lives, you look a little deeper into it. Suddenly, their act becomes a lot more ironic. You know, I live in a mansion is suddenly a lot funnier. When you realize how mad he was and how it's important.
Weird.
Definitely weird. But I don't know. Fucking Dick, man. Haven't you had problems, Silverfish? You've been talking about, because we all kind of met on the Dick Show IRC or whatever. You talked about, you've been talking about this for a while, right?
Well, I don't have problems with Dick or anything. I just probably the past couple months, this show hasn't just been, it just kind of got weird. I think when he was trying to talk to that 18-year-old girl's dad who took the family car or some bullshit, and then it was the Jamie Lynn Hughes stuff was always kind of weird and suspect because he, the throuple kind of stuff, and then it's just not been that entertaining recently. So I just haven't been listening. Hope he's doing well and all that, I guess. But it's just not my cup of tea right now. It might be at some point. And that's the thing, man. I don't want this to be blood sports. It's just like, hey, people can like different things and your interests change, and that's fine.
You don't want. What do you mean you don't want this to be a blood sports? You mean like what we're doing right now?
Or anything. It's just like if I say I don't like Dick. If I say I don't like the Dick Show or something, somebody's gonna be like, oh, there was a falling out. He must have blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm just not that interested right now. Might be later.
Everything is ammo to be twisted.
Yeah.
Slung.
Use Occam's razor, man. Feel like why you're not watching the show? It's like, I'm watching something else.
Yeah. Or I got shit to do. And I'll follow along and I'll look at the clips and the highlights, but I don't know. I don't. It's a big time investment.
If you're not making a living at it, it's hard to invest the time, or if you're consuming other entertainment or something, it's hard to invest the time. But I guess if if you have a financial stake, it can get a lot more serious and all that shit, right? So that's why a lot of these people go hard, I guess.
Well, they take it seriously. Like they actually want to become a Nisa looker. Who the fuck would want that? And to think that makes you anything beyond a nobody. I saw it interesting. Kill Harry. I don't even understand why Dick is butthurt. He didn't.
Over what?
I think he lost his mind on the racket stream, partially because he realized too late he wasn't in on the joke, and that he was drunk and he probably felt caught off guard. And I'm assuming that he tried to make it as much of a meltdown as possible to make Racket's money or something like that, but he seemed off his game and upset for real. I think a lot of that stuff, like I've seen a lot of crap thrown around, and there's like those kernels of truth, and I think some of those, I think they hit him close to the heart, and he was actually upset. Plus, I mean, Dick has a history of that. When you bring up his private life, his like he went after Asterios for that pretty hard. He got all his little people to hate Asterios.
Yeah.
Over talking about which isn't that his whole bit with Maddox? I don't fucking know. I don't want to get into this. It's not really interesting to me. Dick is just he's an emotionally unstable 40-year-old with no children. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm happy for him as a comedian, and I hope he makes some interesting content again. See.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Hope his shit continues to go well, and Patreon, whatever.
Petty, yes.
Might watch some viral video if he gets another one out, or whatever. So
man, in all this, I found a lot of cool new content. They were putting up some pretty sweet. There's just been a lot out there. I found this one guy, like Heartworm or Heart, whatever. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but just there's a lot of stuff that's on fucking par with what I find tasteful. And, it's good to like, you ever get this feeling? It's good to find stuff you like. You ever get this feeling that that there's something going on, that feel a fear of missing out, maybe? Like, there's probably an interesting community building somewhere with some good content, and I'm not going to find it for like 6 months. Then I'm going to kick myself for not getting it at first, and then finally, does that ever happen to you?
Yeah, no, I think that's why I was drawn to like the IRC and shit from the Dick Show. When that community was kind of starting out and shit, it was good. It was interesting folks there.
Yeah, Fish Monster, yeah. You don't have taste, you stupid bastard. Yeah, you're right, and I don't think anybody's interested in my taste. It's this stupid old dude shit. How about some John Wayne movies, guys? I don't think you're interested. It's good to.
The Longest Day.
It's I actually watched that a couple of years ago.
It's a good movie.
It's still a good movie. Yeah.
He's 50 years old, fighting in World War II, smoking cigarettes, and he's in really good condition.
I think one of the only American casualties you see in that movie is this high-ranking officer who showed great cowardice earlier on in the movie. He didn't want to attack or something like that. He's kind of like behind a rock during this massive charge of American soldiers, and a sniper takes him out. It's like, yeah, you coward, you get that. That was God throwing lead right into your heart, being a yellow bastard.
What do you think about the? There were some news stories recently about one of the school shootings guards, the guy that ran and hid and didn't call for backup for like 10 minutes, when he had a gun and all that shit. He got suspended from his job, but I think in the past couple of days, the union got his job back with full pay and back pay.
I didn't hear about that.
That one was a weird one, because it's like a lot of people were saying, oh, he shouldn't throw his life away for that, for the school and for the kids, blah, blah, blah. That's not his job. And
it's his job.
It was. Yeah. If you're going to be an armed guard at a school, what, you got your calling to do the one thing that you're meant to do and you don't do it. I don't know.
Jay Mausen says Dick is a degenerate fuck who happens to be pretty entertaining. Look, I see him a lot like that show It's Always Sunny. Have you noticed in some of the heavier drinking episodes of It's Always Sunny, they don't have they don't have a brand representing the beer. It's usually Coors, right? Usually there's a Coors sign up. There's a lot of money that goes into that, right?
I guess there would be.
They didn't do that, for example, in the Drinking Bogs episode where they're flying across America drinking 70 beers. And
it's just like generic beer.
Yeah, I think because just like the Dick Show would work, it's going with two audiences. You know, they're making fun of these horrible cliquish losers who have only stuck together because nobody else will have them, and they drink their sorrows away, come up with schemes and drama. Does that sound familiar? And it serves as a cautionary tale. It's hilarious to laugh at these idiots if you get it, and if you don't, it's like it also appeals to the I'm just like them. I'll drink Coors. They're obviously selling Coors with it. Lord, it would make anyone want to drink. It's like a drinking
friends.
Coors
would allow them to, so of course it's working in that way.
Yeah, and so I think that's how a show works. It's pretty entertaining. Yeah, it's supposed to be. He's good at it, and not so much lately, but you know, I think they all got too comfortable. All this fucking circle jerk. Everybody said this. Everyone who actually matters in this IBS shit has already said it. There's nothing more for me to say. What do you guys think of Pay Pig's 10 aborted victims? You're gonna have to be more specific than that, sure. Oh, it's fucking Fist Monster. Never mind. Why do I ever take you serious?
No, that's not. That was Lost Angeles. But Fist Monster said FCC regulations prevent people from depicting drinking alcohol. No one drinks in advertisements either. I don't know if cable shows are subject to the FCC regs, though. I think that might just be over the air.
What do you guys think of Pay Pig's 10 aborted victims? Do you mean the chick? That's fucking awful.
Who? What?
It's some chick that's anchored herself to the kill stream, or maybe the other way around. Presumably, so is the word that she had, 6 million abortions before she was 14.
Oh wow!
And, my first thought is simply, what does that do to you? You know, what if Dick kidnapped you and made you take a shitload of acid and then set you loose on the city with a gun and you killed someone? The next day you wake up and it's like, well, sound mind or not, you have to deal with that. How do you deal with that? And as you get older and mature, as that chick gets older and matures, if that ever happens, I feel like that's probably going to fuck with you.
Probably emotional growth would be stunted at the first abortion.
Maybe that's why they all talk like this. I find that anime girl stuff creepy and weird. I don't know. I think something's up. I'm not saying it's always the worst sin in the world, but it could just be some type of weird vicarious living shit like Michael Jackson. But I'm going to disavow anime. I disavow anime. I don't care.
What about Dragon Ball Z?
Oh no, that's I'll put Dragon Ball Z on. I wasn't a huge fan as a kid, but I'd watch it.
The American version. Yeah, of course.
Of course. With the black guy.
Yeah, Piccolo. The shit.
No, wasn't there a black servant?
Yeah, Mr. Popo.
Yeah.
Mr. Popo was the guy in the sky place.
Hey, did you guys side note, little sidebar? Did you see that? What was it with Greta Thunberg? Maybe I should look it up on my phone.
I put a link in the. Oh no, you just left.
Well, Greta Thunberg was. She apparently is on the expert panel for coronavirus or something.
There's an image in the topic suggestions for this. But, I can't wait for her to be the first female president of the world.
Of the entire world.
It's gone from how dead in a climate session to, a thought leader on, virology, which I'm sure she didn't cover before she left high school. So I'm keen as shit.
What? I left for 2 seconds.
Well, you were saying Greta Thunberg.
Oh,
you said, and then you dropped out. Image in top.
Okay, so maybe I'm a little bit of a paranoid guy, but I'm not entirely convinced that this is serious. This is the joke, right?
Okay.
I think it's real.
Maybe they're trying to make. Well, see, I feel like we're fools for even talking, right? Kind of like thinking that really voting for one side or the other isn't going to end up in the same place anyway, right? I don't know. I would pick Trump over the other guy, but frankly, both of the that the teams are full of so many shitheads. It becomes a whole like a repulsive act, like a dance. And
Did you see the White House 404 page? On their
oh yeah,
site,
that was hilarious.
take a bad link. It's a
Yeah.
picture of Biden. Oh, you're as lost as I.
So they put someone like Thunberg in, and I think to myself, well, none of this matters. None of this fucking
Yeah.
They're gonna do what they're gonna do. They already have they're making fools of us. And
just like climate change is super serious enough to get a high school dropout autistic girl to speak about it.
I
The
think
coronavirus is as well.
Yeah. I think they're in on it. I think they know that this is really gonna piss them off. We should put this in there. It's intentional. It's intentionally stupid just to get morons like us to talk about it. To you fine people.
That was pretty great when they're, showing her around, and a few people were like, "Why the fuck are we listening to this? This is Congress. What the fuck is going on right now?" I don't know.
Hey, you had a couple of them in there clapping and saying, "Yas, Queen."
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So, people have been saying the word principles a lot, right? And I'm just some shithead. I don't know about all this stuff. I'm not well learned, but Silverfish, you're a pretty smart guy. What's the difference? Explain to me like I'm an idiot between principles and lines in sand.
Well, can you cross a line in the sand sometimes for a more important line in the sand?
No, that's the whole point. Is a line can't be crossed.
Well, I guess the idea with principles are you should always uphold them, but you have to re-examine them. I guess you could re-examine your line in the sand, and sometimes you have to compromise some principles to go for a higher goal. Sometimes, but I don't know.
If you think that the outcome is, and intentionally,
that's like slippery slope, man.
Slippery slope.
Some things might have to be set in stone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're the same thing. We'll say it the same thing.
CNN shields themselves from criticism behind children. For real though, ginger is a great root to cook with. Thank you, Fish Monster. Zoom just doxed all of Ralph's pay piggies. Is going to do a show about Gator Flamingo and Bibble's docs. You got out just in time.
We were never in.
No, and I think maybe part of the reason why Ralph was mad at me is he thought that I wanted that, and that I wanted to take it seriously, and I'm not talking bad of the guy. Bibble said, I want to make this a serious thing, and I want to make this like a career, and that's fucking hysterical to me. It's hysterical thinking. But you guys do whatever you fucking think is right, and I didn't want it. I never wanted it. I was just some idiot who did this, and he okayed it because I wanted to deliver the dumpster fire, man. All right, that was the whole reason for the pill stream being restreamed in the first place.
Was that your first stream? Your first restream?
Yeah. Stream? I think so. I think I might have done Pro Jared when his numbers were going down, but yeah. I just if anything, I shouldn't even be completely impartial. I think it's almost I think it's probably reflects poorly on me to even talk about it too much, because I mean, if you guys want answers, ask me questions, but other than that, I'm not gonna ramble. What do you don't care, right? I want to just be, back in the chat.
Yeah, we do it for chat, man, because like the chat cultivated around the restreams are, full of some shitheads, but also full of some pretty cool people.
I think that's maybe something that they've fallen out of touch with. Well, if we cultivate the chat to be what we want, and that we'll have a fraction of what we had, they'll be super into this product that we're generating. It's like you're not generating content; you are the content. Forgot you. At least that's the way. Ralph banned everyone who posts Zoom's link. Yeah, that'll happen.
Well, you put Bloodsport channel. I don't think you would you?
But you got to be more specific, Jay Nelson. What a baby. Ralph used to say he had the best chat, but after some mild criticism that changed. Yeah, and I think just like Dick has been saying on his show about how with the coronavirus thing, they're going to double down on the lockdown rather than admit they're wrong, because that's very hard for people. And he constantly praises people who can't admit they're wrong. I don't think that's him in character talk. And it's more difficult for them. It's to not, don't try to own the cleanup crew. It's fucking gay. Just admit you didn't get it and you got made a fool of, and it was funny, and it was the most interesting thing that's happened to you in a long fucking time. And I want to see more stuff like that, Frank. But no, generate a fucking fight in Knoxville with Andy. That's also probably not going to happen. And probably end in it might end, with some interesting characters around there. It might end in a show. We'll see. The last one,
was pretty.
What?
The Tara LaRosa stuff was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, how he completely flipped on her when
I was
she
like,
said no.
I'm not fucking doing this again. Are you serious? This was insane the first time around.
Are they all trying to do like a combination of Trump and Dick now? Like, is that everyone is the same character? We're all going to drink, but have these Trumpian responses that aren't even that Trumpian, because Trump's I think a pretty good. So whoever's writing his text, write them in a way that's funny, that not everyone can mimic. Larger personalities sometimes make people do weird shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they're insinuating that Matthew S. is in the Janny crew or something. They keep on shitting on him in chat for some reason.
Yeah, that guy was asking me for fucking months for a wrench, and he wasn't joking. And it's just it always struck me weird. Very, very strange. Great show, guys. Haha. Can I have a wrench? Great show. Haha. Can I have a wrench? Why do you want? And I don't know. When I said that wrench is a demotion, no one seemed to take it seriously, but it is. It's a fucking demotion. Complete demotion.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna. Sorry, Silverfish.
You don't want it, buddy. It's like an albatross.
Hanging around your neck.
Fucking knucklehead's got to get that through your head. Bad business. I'm here for the long haul. Keep the live streams going, and I'll keep watching. We might do something. We're not even going to go for a real time tonight, answering questions. Maybe if we do something, it'll be here. It'll be on Friday or Saturday, and it'll be boring and comfy, just like this.
Comfy.
Ed 2 full blast. I was thinking about that. Am I? Yeah, I am one of them, right? 6 Semper
One of the
Tyrannis.
bad guys. Is that how it goes now?
Well, I quit, and I thought I put it. When I put that PPP thing up, I didn't know if I figured you probably wouldn't. That just having that up was enough to shake things up. But I wanted to quit in the funniest way possible, and I think I did, right? I don't know. So that was,
Good shit, man.
Give wrench. God damn it, Fish. Janny closet locked. Matthew is a good boy. Didn't do nothing. Can't post address in this chat. Yeah, but you know what, guys? Let's see what you can get away with. Post whatever you like. Yeah.
Damn.
YouTube doesn't let you do stuff sometimes, like the type of
and shit.
Well, like no, I have that off because fucking the e-girls will just post. We type faggot in the chat, see if it gets sent out. Do it, you bastard.
Hey, it came through.
Okay, there you go.
Interesting.
Oops.
Ralph said you weren't reposting the show because you got a job. Is that true? Yeah, I've been dealing with a job, and I genuinely do have a lot of shit going on, and this was just a perfect time. Like I thought about maybe going to the another 2 weeks at the end of the month, but I got too much going on, and it just seemed like the funniest time to stop.
Yeah, I think
it just seemed right, and
well, it was about to turn into a lot more work too, you know.
Yeah, well, yes. I am not gonna fucking delete comments and clean up the chat.
Yeah.
You know, and I found PPP a lot funnier the more I watched the content. It just it's like critiques. Critiques are often you can listen to a critique of something you like and still like the thing being critiqued, the subject, right? Yeah. Some critiques are just for humor. But other times, like a review it's got enough truth to it that it makes you see something in a different light. Well, in light of that, it's I don't know. It's like when you listen to one of these shows for so long, at a certain point, you think to yourself, when am I going to stop? It's almost like a drug or a bad relationship. Maybe it's a good thing to think of it like that. But you're just looking for that final reason. Like, yeah, I can finally walk away from consuming this sugary, starchy product that gives me nothing. Full blast. Why am I pre-banned from Discord? The Discord is also. So.
Yeah, I thought I updated the link last week, man. The Discord link. I keep posting it in the chat, so click on that. The join.aftershow.live is broke right now, but
I was thinking about curtailing the chat completely. I mean, not the chat, the Discord, just removing everybody.
Yeah, it got purged.
It got purged. What do you mean?
All of the text channels were reset. So it's an empty Discord.
Because it makes me feel uncomfortable to think that there's people who aren't 18 in there. Right? I don't ever go in there except to do this. I never look at what they're doing. So what if they were doing something fucking weird?
Yeah. Do you want to take callers tonight, or what are you thinking?
I think we go with the chat. Callers is something a show or a fake show does.
Or
if we get an interesting caller, like if
people are in the green room right now, is what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to talk to them. I'll let that be up to you.
Sure.
All right. Drag him in. You want me to?
I'll stone Mexican guy was first. If they want to unmute themselves and say hello.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Pretty good. I just have 2 questions real quick. One, did Ralph ever offer you money to restream his stuff?
No.
Was there ever a thought about asking him for money? Because at one point it seemed like he was trying to exercise some form of creative control over your stuff. I'm catching up on all this gay shit, but that's from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. It seemed like he felt like he had a right to tell you what to do or what you can't do.
Yeah. Somebody says here, sounds like you're confusing a sin. Well, maybe, and I want to answer all your questions as honestly as I'm capable, and without, like, I don't want to leak DM material. I think I can safely say so. The YouTube was monetized, and I told Ralph I'll give you some of that. So your questions were technically no's, but that was and I didn't want to talk about that because
so you eventually, so you were the one who offered to pay him for restreaming his stuff or giving him a cut of it, right? Just to like be a nice guy about it, like, hey, I'm restreaming your stuff, you should probably get a cut of the money I'm getting from it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really YouTube savvy. I I applied for monetization. I didn't think it would happen. I don't. Maybe that was wrong, but on the channel,
No,
made,
well, on a moral standpoint, since you're using his material and you're giving him somewhat of a percentage, that seems fair.
Yeah.
He didn't strong arm you into it though, right? You just did it out of your own volition.
Yeah, like it. It started. It started to actually make a little bit, and I told Ralph, hey, this is making money now. How about I give you a percentage, and we could leave it at that.
Okay. Now, did his behavior towards you change after you offered him the percentage?
Well, they'd always there's always like a really funny two ways of doing it, of treating you. It's like if you're a good boy, we'll give you a shout out. So we'll schedule you maybe for a thing. But if you're too out of line, it's very much the opposite. And
define out of line.
Like I noticed on nights where I would laugh too much to his liking in the chat with you guys, he would stop mentioning he'd start saying stuff on the show like, oh, and this is also on the channel that streams us. I'm like, okay, I can tell you might be upset, but I'm trying to be as open and honest as I can be with you in your messages with me. If you got a problem, I asked him many times, do you want me to stop? That I'll stop anytime you say, not a problem.
No,
I'm not gonna fuck with them.
To be fair, you're being more given than you probably should have, because even if you're just restreaming it, what's he really going to do to you on YouTube? He has no rights to it on YouTube. He should honestly just be grateful he has any form of YouTube presence left. It seems to me now, again, I'm catching up on all this stuff because I took a break from all this crap because everybody was doing all the exact same shit for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So you came to him, offered him money, and then he felt like he had some form of right to tell you what to do, is what I'm trying to gather. That's what it seems to me. He
was actually, I got to give him credit. He was, up until a point, cold near the end, but he was a polite guy. Like, yeah, absolutely, sir, take care. So I can't say he ever tried to strong arm me in anything. I think it was more like
maybe strong arm is a wrong term of phrase. Let's say he tried to guilt you into doing things his way. Would that be a more adequate?
I think it's more tempt. I would say more tempt.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. To do things right, so, be right, and we'll give you a little bit of this nothing East fame, which is
because here's the thing. What were you getting out of restreaming it other than just being a nice guy about it, right? Like,
well, it was
before you were monetized. What did you have to gain out of it?
It was funny. The pill stream was happening one night, and this was right after the fall of Pro Jared, which one of my friends had the genius idea of restreaming the video counter on what was it, Social Blade or something like that, going down under 1 million when Pro Jared fell.
They did the same thing for Mundane Matt when his stuff was falling down. Yeah.
So that idea was in my head, and I hadn't listened to the show in weeks. I heard Ethan Ralph was melting down. I'm like, this is hilarious. And then I thought I gotta broadcast this out and laugh about it with people.
That was a fun night.
That was really fun.
Huh. Okay.
And then it just got more serious and more serious.
And then too serious.
Well,
well,
yeah, we had the brand meltdown too.
I think I heard you say earlier that when people take it too serious, it stops being as fun. I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, because you're trying to have a laugh and they're trying to act like they're Walter Cronkite or something, right?
I think the difference is they're trying to make a living out of it, and we all have regular jobs.
I mean,
we're cool with that. That might be the issue. Like we don't see it as something serious just because we're not deriving like any kind of money.
You have no vested interest in running brand defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone said didn't know the Ralph retort until I came to your channel full blast. Well, I think right. We broadcasted it out to a lot of people. I think who might have not otherwise been watching, and by enabling the hate watchers or whatever you want to call them, like I thought that was a great thing because
if anything, any exposure is good exposure.
Yeah, and it's like I thought it gave Ethan Ralph like this like, look, you got the DLive that you can clean up all you want, and then you've got this rogue little restream service, and so you can let anyone say anything they want there, and you can just look away with plausible deniability. But it became, he started talking about it more and actually, I don't know, taking it seriously.
I thought the original intent of the kill stream and the surrounding audience was it's an unfiltered place to say anything. So that's why I was interested.
Well, that's what it used to be. And then like I kind of dipped out around the time they started getting lily-livered about it. And plus, like I said, it got really boring. But they started censoring guests and censoring things people could say. I mean, I listened to Surfer and PPP restreaming that which one was it? The one with the chick that the wet bread chick. What's her name?
Hey.
No, not the abortion one. The the Twitter chick, the one that handcuffed herself to the Twitter. The chick with the big nose.
Yeah. Loomer.
That one, yeah, wet bread. Yeah, the bread one.
The bread.
That's how I remember her as the whole bread jokes because of that thing she did with Worski back in the day.
Oh. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't know, dude, because like I said, I'm playing catch up all the time with this crap, right? I listen to it while I'm driving down the road because it's just, again, sometimes you run out of podcasts and here's this autism in front of me, so I just listen to it while I'm driving. So I'm playing catch up with a lot of this stuff, and it's usually always stems from some gay little blow to someone's ego. If someone's not playing ball or worshiping them the way they'd like, they always end up freaking going off the rails. But what always surprises me are people that get caught into splash zones, such as yourself, who didn't really have any skin in it.
Yeah, it gets everybody a little slimy, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. I'm surprised. Have you been accused of doxing yet? That's where it usually ends up going.
I'm sure somebody has or will, but I don't think I'll be relevant to any of it in 2 weeks.
I mean, it's already starting to wind down, to be quite honest. So it's not even 2 weeks. It'll probably be probably in the next 2 days. It'll probably be over it.
Yeah, I hope it's now. I think it's now. This is hopefully the last time. I mean, if you guys bring me a funny clip if something happens in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm tapping out of it.
Well, I mean, it's already hit the repeat cycle. It's hit syndication at this point. Where everybody just keeps spinning in circles. Like, fight me. I want this. No, I won't give you that. But I want to do this. No, but I want... it's just... It already got boring for me personally. So I'm just trying to see... Because I'm just extremely bored playing Animal Crossing Shooting the Breeze with you. And I'm just trying to get it... Plus, I'm kind of high. Extremely high. Okay.
What kind of weed do you like, Stone Mexican guy?
Half and half CBD, half THC. Really good for the mood.
Are there any strains you like in particular?
I just go with the percentages, and they always have wacky names at the store,
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I don't know about the store. I'm not in a legal state, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they have them where I live. They have them all over the place, like liquor stores.
That's awesome.
Oh
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's like one every other corner, and you walk in, and the jars are along the wall. It has the name, the percentages. I think I saw one called Luke Skywalker. Then another one called freaking the God Thunder or some stupid goofy stuff in there.
Got to get the marketing right.
Someone in chat said you're getting away scot-free. Full blast. Zoom is not interested with you. Good, I'm nobody.
Well, I know they shouldn't be interested. You just restreamed. What did you do? Like, people could say all the bad stuff they want about Zoom, but Zoom is very consistent in his behavior. He only messes with people that like he deems are super slimy or have done something that he deems irreprehensible.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's very consistent. Look, Zoom, for as much bad as he can do a lot of good too. Zoom personally helped me out one time, and I ever since then my opinion of him changed.
Yeah, he's funny too.
No, yeah, he's a funny cat. Well, I think I got everything I wanted to hear out of this. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will be along my way. I will continue making my gay little island on Animal Crossing. And you guys take it easy.
Come back anytime, man. You're cool to talk to. We're here Fridays and Saturdays or whatever.
For sure. Like if I have time, usually I'm out over the road, but this is my time off. So if I'm over the road and parked and bored, yeah, for sure I'll call in.
Cool, man.
All right.
Take it easy.
I linked
he was cool.
to Zoom's stream from earlier, guys. We'll do it again for anyone who's asking what Zoom's channel is. Yeah, that guy was a cool guy.
Yeah, very balanced. Had some good questions. Just want to know some facts, man.
Never trust Zoom. Never trust anyone. Not PP. Not. Yes, absolutely true.
Never trust your PP.
Shouldn't trust anybody. Not even your own lying mother.
Nope.
I think Dick needs to forgive his mother for what she did to him.
What did she do to him? I don't know this. Does he not like his mom?
Anchored his dad down with a million children, and that's what Dick doesn't want to do. And he always says that. It's everyone's defense. As they say, "Am I doing this to get back at my mother?" Well, you keep talking about it, and it might have a kernel of truth. This is why it bothers him. That's just my theory. Forgive your mother. No.
Unless she's a total piece of shit, but hopefully you can get a good relationship.
P. Yeah. Who's making this video? He was putting out some good shit. It's a little. I think it's a little maybe too schizophrenic for you guys. But as a fucking weirdo, I just sat there and enjoyed it. And I want to see more stuff like that. Less of this trying to polish a turd. Just let it be a turd.
Everyone, poop's funny, man. Poop is fucking funny. What that was a It's Always Sunny bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who shit the bed? Yeah, I did. I put it there. Poop's funny.
Talking some sense for once. AF, how you doing, AF? I see you in all the chats there.
Like the only chat that has not been hateful that he's ever posted. It's cool.
He ain't no Denny Craig though. Crane. That guy is. He puts thought into his shit posts. I appreciate him. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, you don't. You got to read the chat. I don't see him. I don't see him here tonight, but let's hope he blesses us someday with his presence again.
Anonymous user says, "Hey Ralph, what do you think about the weasel flamenco secretly recording you in bad faith? Snake emoji, in snake emoji, the snake emoji, grass, snake emoji." Pretty serious.
It is the theory I've seen bounce around in this chat is flamenco's
drama is
on
true. Yeah.
Big gay.
Ooh.
I thought a full blast was just a gun guard restart. Fuck the gun guard. Never will be into something so fucking gay.
You know what's funny about secretly recording and stuff? I think we talked about this one time after like a stream or whatever. It's like, yeah, we're off the stream or whatever, and then it was like, but it doesn't really matter because we wouldn't say anything to each other that we getting leaked out wouldn't be that bad. It's not like we're scumbags behind the scenes or anything. It's like, what do you? I know the right to privacy is paramount, but also if you live in your life, you probably don't have much to hide. You live in your life, right? I mean.
I really like I like Medicare's rule. Don't say anything in your DMs that you wouldn't want out.
Yeah, for sure.
I have. Oh, sorry, the chat's catching up. Going over to watch that Zoom stream. Why do they hate Ralph so much? He take to new levels. Well, just enjoy it. Oh Lord, it's gonna make things interesting. That's all I know. I'm not gonna say I get it. There's a lot I don't get, and that's part of what makes it compelling. It makes it interesting. See, it works on two levels, just like the Dick Show, just like It's Always Sunny. You got these super smart people, and you've got the 100 IQ people. We shake hands.
Hey, Fire God just reminded me in the YouTube chat, you've got callers.
Yeah, Euros was the second person to drop in, if they're there.
Hello, Euros.
We'll give him a second to catch up.
We'll give
G'day,
him a
boys.
second.
Hey.
How you doing?
Let me turn off my restream. So there we go. Yeah, funny that you're talking about Jim. That's the reason I wanted to chop in and have a chat. Did you guys catch the chat with him and PPP and Leo?
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess the interesting thing to come out of it was Jim basically saying, look, I need a smoking gun. But I know that you were there, Full Blast. I'm pretty sure the smoking gun is there in Phantom Organization's stream when Punish Ralph drops in, uses the exact same cadence of how he usually chats via text, and then posts his injury link. So, what do you guys think? Do you think Jim's going to actually acknowledge if he's quote unquote sees that stream, or do you think he'll just shuffle it under the rug?
Well, I hope Jim makes a video about all this, and so he'd have to talk about that. You're right. I was in that stream, and a lot of them before it, and I was watching fake Ralph talk all night, and everyone got it was a joke. Even I made a fool of myself by saying, "Hey guys, that's not the real Ralph." No shit, it's not the real Ralph. But then this one with the cross comes in, and you're right. It's very damning because he chatted exactly the way Ralph would chat, and then they got the flag. So if it's a gay op, it was pulled off well. I don't think it is though.
And that's the thing. This shit's such a kayfabe, and that's why I appreciate you know that. It seems that half the audience doesn't know that it's basically just a big wrestling show to some aspect. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of faked it, but who knows? But I want to see a little. I guess I'm going back on my word and understanding it's a kayfabe, but the reason why a lot of people, as you guys said before, pop to the kill stream is because they're sick of censorship, they're sick of gay ops and whatnot. So as much of a spurred fest it is, and we should all just laugh at this, it's a little unfortunate when you find out that these guys are just as flaggatory as the people that made them famous, like Monday Matt, etc.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I personally wouldn't want to be part of that.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be a bit of a buzzkill. See ya. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, boys.
Take care.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, buddy.
I think I'm going to be a bit of a buzzkill, but I'll just say I think it could very well could have been fake. And all I'm going to say is it's made the whole thing even more entertaining, and I appreciate that. Ralph might have been completely passed out. I don't fucking know. It seems within his character, judging by what he's been doing lately. So maybe if he feels like he's unjusted for having people think it's him, maybe he should make an effort into acting more in line with the person that wouldn't do that. Someone said to ask you, Apex, why have you gone from these pathetic, pissy little PPP disses to suddenly sucking his dick?
I don't know what side to take on any of this. I remember the first time I ran into PPP.
Yeah.
I was on a Gator stream with Flamenco or whatever, and I was drinking, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this guy's I don't even remember what they were telling me to do, but I was like, oh, this guy's fat. I bet he can't, do a push up." And then I ended up saying, "Oh, I'll give you $50 if you do a push up." And then this week, I don't know. I thought that they got the bit. He successfully executed a bit against the Racket stream where it's just occupying. I don't know.
What are you talking about, my man?
I think he won, because I think that he got what he wanted, which has been said before, and everyone's. I wrote it for a bit, and then tuning out a bit.
Airtime. He just wants the airtime and waste people's time, huh?
Jim relies on Ralph and Ghetto Capos for his new Project 2 money. Yeah, Medicare has no. He seems to take no interest in delivering anymore. I think he's old. I think he's comfortable, and he'll probably he might come out with a banger. I'm not saying it's not impossible. So let's hope for that. Let's put out good hopes, and fucking Daddy Jim stop disappointing us at every goddamn turn. Full Blast is a fake, exceptional detective. Yeah, exceptional. Absolutely. Maybe like a fox, but you're right. Here's to being entertained is exactly the right way to see it. I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what about any of that. Don't take a side. No sides. Sides are.
Oh, excuse me. Do you
Besides,
want
if
to
necessary.
you want to grab in
watch.
Patrick
Yeah.
McCollum? He said, "Pull us in." Goddamn.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Banya.
You there, Patrick?
Well,
Rock
what the hell
speeds.
is going on? I need to ask you a favor. You need to bring in my good friend Fire God.
Okay.
Okay.
What about Prophet?
Is it...
Fuck
no,
that
fuck
guy?
Prophet. He's a fucking loser. I fucking
Okay.
hate that guy.
Cool.
If I fucking knew him in real life, I'd kick him in the teeth.
What's
Okay,
up,
What
boys?
are y'all
Full
boys
blast,
doing?
I gotta ask you a fat question, but first I gotta start with it. Gator, you're a fat faggot and your name is Coffee. Next, I need to start with this. Full blast, what the fuck happened with you and Ethan Ralph? And how much did he charge you?
Oh, God. It was actually Flamenco that was the mastermind. No, I think I've cleared it all up, but for the record, I quit, and he's upset. So,
Yeah, but what
And
made you quit? Did he call you drunk and tell him that he wanted to kill himself?
Or did you finally realize how much of a piece of shit he is?
yeah,
Man,
you
I
know,
like
the whole-
you guys. I like you guys a
Did
lot.
you realize that he was fucking e-dating a 16-year-old?
What?
No, I fucking didn't, and if that's true, God damn
You
it,
should have
that's
watched the
fine.
Did
fucking
you
Zoom
watch-
stream.
did
He
you
doxed
watch the
everybody
fucking
in his
Zoom
fucking chat.
stream?
This is the most craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Did that happen tonight? Are you
It
serious?
happened tonight.
This fucking happened tonight. He did a whole stream called The Jannies. And what he did was he fucking doxed everybody involved with this fucking show. Not you. You're good. You fucking left. You left at the right fucking time. I think you fucking
Thank
said
you.
that.
You pulled it as a
Good for you.
Dan.
You
Called
pulled
us-
us in. Good for you.
Yeah.
You got out
Yeah.
at the right fucking time.
Do you understand that
yeah.
Ethan Ralph was e-dating a fucking 16? Do you understand that this man downloaded 36 gigabytes of fucking child porn and reviewed it on fucking live stream? And I
Whoa.
was there. I fucking saw him do it.
This
And
is
he got the
getting
docs from a
spicy.
man named Augie. Augie fucking Marks. Augie RFC.
Yeah.
The commentator.
I did.
What he did was he showed the girl how to get the fucking child porn that they gave to fucking Ethan Ralph and Andy fucking Worski, which then they fucking
Indigo
reviewed
White.
on live fucking stream on fucking YouTube fucking 2 years ago.
Go off,
Just a
Cameron.
couple
You're
months
half-
ago. Just a couple months ago, Andy said on live stream that Indigo White did download that child porn.
It's fucked up. What can I
Yeah.
say? Absolutely repulsive behavior. What were they?
Oh, he's a
What were
fucking,
they
well, do you
thinking?
know about all the DUIs he fucking got? Do you know that when he went to fucking Knoxville, the man couldn't keep it together enough that he got a fucking DUI in fucking Knoxville. The
Wouldn't he
man
be
was on
arrested?
probation.
Yeah.
Do you
if-
understand that?
hang on, if you get pulled over with a DUI when you're on probation, don't you get thrown in the slammer?
Not exactly.
No. That definitely happens over here.
Oh, no, that's pretty funny. Do you think it's gonna happen again?
Who's this Helium Randball?
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
who the fuck is this man?
He's our autist. He's the guy we kick around, playing things
He's-
too.
He's your flamingo?
Basically.
Oh, he's your fucking monkey. I get it.
Apex,
I know
I love you,
that,
buddy. Right? We're all familiar with this, right?
Yeah.
We're
Play
a
the
little mean to
grinder.
you.
He'll tap
Yeah.
the siren. He'll fucking do
Wait,
his little
wait.
monkey dance.
Did you just let Apex in on it just now? Like
No.
y'all been talking amongst yourself about how much of a fucking retard he is or something.
He likes
And
it.
then you just told him that he's kind of your punching bag on the stream.
Well, not so much punching the bag. It's just like he's a friend and I like him, and sometimes we gotta
Sometimes
explain
the
it.
rules have to be.
It's all right.
fucking
I remember when I was a kid, we had you had your group of friends, and one of them had a retarded little brother.
Oh, goddamn. This is great.
Yeah,
And you
it's,
take
it's a
care
little
of
bit.
him.
Yeah, you nailed it, man.
Fish Monster is losing his shit right now. It's fucking funny.
Yeah, he's he really does not like you, Apex. Or maybe he
Well,
does.
No, he does. He loves
Yeah,
Apex.
he'll-
Fish
yeah.
Monster's the grumpy older brother.
I definitely make myself a target. That's for sure.
Well, Apex, I want to ask you right now. Are you okay
Can't
with
help
it?
it
You're cool with it,
sounding
right?
like that.
Am I okay with that?
You're,
Why in the hell
yeah.
are we talking about this man?
All right,
I don't
let's
know.
get back
Fucking
on
about
topic.
50 million fucking people on live stream.
Yes.
I'm here to talk about the drunk alcoholic, the monster himself, the human
the
fucking
pedophile
Ethan fucking
harborer, the Pied
Yeah.
Piper of the pedophiles.
The man
I wanna
who
hear from you
told
guys,
his
come on.
fucking dying mom
Did he-
Yeah.
that it's not
You
really
gotta
fucking
know
hot
that-
outside, and she should
Some
call
crazy
herself
shit.
a fucking Uber because he was too fucking drunk to go pick up again his fucking dying mom. This man's a fucking monster.
Yeah.
You should
It's
pull in
yikes.
Shark
Oh.
Kitten. He's a good
You
man
should
too.
pull
He
in.
knows a lot of this shit.
Oh, okay, where's he from?
I don't know where the fuck he's from. The internet. I don't know what the fuck you want me
Alright.
to.
Yeah,
I don't
hey,
fucking
Shark,
know the
Shark
guy.
Kitten.
Like,
You said he was good. What's up, Shark Kitten?
well,
Oh,
I
hey.
fucking know him from the internet. I don't
What's
fucking
this?
know where he lives.
Oh,
Hey, I like you guys first. I
What's
don't know.
going on?
But I fucking
What's
like you
going
too.
on?
You left at the right fucking time. I'm just
How
trying
you-
to get
how
some
you
fucking
doing, friend?
information as to what
What
the
do you-
fuck happened.
Hold on, this guy's. I want to hear what questions do you have?
Oh,
No,
what's
I mean-
this show about?
I mean the Irishman. He's sorry.
Oh,
He was here
Patrick.
first.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick, what was your? You said you want some information. What are your questions?
Well, yeah, I
My
just
man.
wanted to know a little bit of the background. Like, so why did you start streaming the Fat Fuck?
Because the pill stream was hilarious, and I wanted to enjoy it with
wanted it to happen again. Did you think that he would come to you and tell you he'd flag your shit down if you didn't do what he said?
Well, at that time, I didn't think I would ever do it again, but people wanted to more of it. Like, are you gonna restream Pill Stream Part 2? And so I just kind of rolled with it.
You could always like send them pills, right?
I could pay in pills, maybe.
Well, you
I'm
could
not a
be
pill
like his
peddler.
good fucking friend who lives in the Hollywood Hills in a fucking mansion, Dick fucking Masterton. You could send him fucking buckets load of alcohol, so he can fuel his fucking downward spiral until he ultimately fucking kills himself because he's a dirty fucking alcoholic bomb.
That's just
kind
expensive
of the
too.
other reason why I stopped watching him, man. It's kind of getting sad. You know, he's like 40, still trying to pretend like he's in Motley
Kind of
Crue.
getting sad. Look, let me
Yeah,
tell you something.
but
It
he
was never
doesn't
not
look like
sad.
he's
If
Vince
you
Neil, I
didn't
guess.
fucking leave after Miami, I don't really know what the fuck to tell you.
Wait, which
Well,
one
I
was
mean, you saw
Miami? I
the
don't
man.
even know, man.
Miami,
ahead.
he ate a fucking cheeseburger out of the trash.
Yes.
What?
Why does everybody forget this? Miami
Hamburger,
ended
yeah.
with a man getting a gun pulled on him on fucking live stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
That
not
was
remember
later
this?
on. That's when he put his fucking
Well, that was at the end.
two
The gun to
large
already fucking got home.
ham-sized fists up at Andy, and he fell down on the ground crying like a little girl.
Yeah. That was great.
Screaming, help! Help!
You know,
Do you
like,
remember
Wasn't there
sometimes
that
you get
fan-
lucky
that
and you
everybody-
just find a hamburger in the trash.
There was
Do you
that
remember
fan
when
that
him and
dumped
Andy Worski got a
$500
fucking
at him
lease
too.
together?
Yes.
They got a fucking lease together. Andy's
Yeah.
not a citizen of the United fucking States. How the fuck is he gonna get a lease with a man for a year?
They tried
And
to
then he
be the
ran
odd
out
couple.
on him. He ran out on him. He
And then he
stuck him
fucking
with the
ditched on
fucking
the
bill.
lease.
Yeah. That's rough.
Son of a bitch.
Well, lass, we ever making any money off of this shit?
Well, YouTube's got a little bit of revenue. You get like a cut of the. If you log in with YouTube Prime, that YouTube pays you a little bit of a cut of that.
Well, I got to ask then, did you get any super chats?
Yes.
And did you give any to Ethan fucking?
Well, if I got a super chat that said Ralph, blah blah blah, yes, I would. But if something said like Full Blast, thank you for this. Well, I mean,
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's only half cool. You should have taken all the fucking money. That would have been
Shit,
fucking
you should have
awesome.
said, fuck
That
you,
would
it's
have
my
been so
fucking
fucking
stream.
funny. I would have been like, oh, Full
Faggot.
Blast, you're the fucking man. You took all his fucking super chats. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. He probably
Yeah.
made more money than him streaming his own shit. I would have called you the fucking man. You should have just lied to me right there and told me you took all his fucking money. Because that would have been
Yeah.
so fucking funny. You know,
Yeah.
fuck this man. So you gave this man money, what, through Venmo?
what's the
PayPal or whatever.
stream elements or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, okay.
So you guys have probably
Oh,
see
thank
it.
God. Does this man have any of your personal fucking information?
I was about to
Ralph will get
say.
drunk and fucking dox your ass just for having me on. I'm Patrick fucking
I don't
McCullough, the
think
nightmare
so.
of Ethan fucking Ralph.
Oh,
don't think
shit,
so,
I didn't know
maybe.
that.
I'm a pirate. I'm a nightmare pirate for Ethan fucking Ralph.
Oh,
I love
man.
this guy.
Yeah, interesting.
I'm a fucking nightmare pirate on the seas of fucking glory.
But
I'm
Full
gonna
Blast
tell
talked
us.
Patrick's
about
a
it.
fucking nightmare pirate.
Full Blast talked about it a little early in the stream too. You know, he's giving like Ralph a cut because it's Ralph's content being restreamed, right? And you know, so that's out there too.
Oh, so that's what your stream is about?
Oh, he
Well,
this
that's-
guy used to.
I'm not speaking for Full
restream-
Blast.
This guy used to restream the gun,
Oh,
and then he
so
didn't
what's
wanna
like the
be-
impetus for this show?
Well, I guess this is a grave dancing show now.
Appreciation for you guys and
A
Yeah.
piss on Ralph's fat fucking face show.
No, not
I can't
really.
wait till the day I can piss on his fucking grave.
I'm gonna allow the pissing
in the
So
nightmare seas.
Well, they can piss. I'm saying I don't give a fuck enough
You're gonna
about
hold your
PvP
piss?
or Ralph
Yeah.
to piss. The reason why we have this show is because me, you, and Apex like to hang out, and we noticed that people in the chat that watched your restreams were pretty cool too. So that's why we started this, I guess, right?
We got this stupid idea to put this on the internet, like absolute morons.
Instead of just
Well,
talking
it's not a bad
privately,
fucking
like
idea.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. I got to ask: Is this on your channel that's getting super chats now, or is this on a different one? Also, you should bring in the man named Waterspec. He's a good man. He's a little extreme. But he's a
It's
fucking...
Water's pick, sir.
Oh.
We'll
be bigoted now.
That's what
we'll have to
I
rotate
said.
some of us in and out, but yeah, we'll get to all the callers for sure, man.
No, this
Unless
channel's not
there's
monetized.
Yeah, this is not monetized. Right?
No, this whole channel's not.
Well, fucking. The thing
Well,
is, you
Blaz,
should have
you
taken all the fucking money
should,
from Ethan. That would have been very fucking funny.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been
You
funny.
should be fucking doing everything you can to be fucking this man over, because he hasn't learned his fucking lesson, and he almost let his mom fucking walk home from a hospital after getting fucking dialysis. Do you understand how
Almost.
fucked up that is? Oh, he did.
Almost.
Yeah, he told her get the fucking
I
Uber.
think it might be time to switch some people out. Hey Patrick, can you go get Whitey?
I think I can go get fucking Whitey.
All
What do you guys?
I'll be back.
It
I'm gonna
is
go get my
collusion.
fucking
Like,
friend.
this is
I'm
squad.
gonna go get
This
my
is-
fucking friend, Dr. Doctorson. He's a good
It's the
fucking man.
it's the cover up.
I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna fuck with them. I'm gonna enjoy watching all of it happen. So
Oh, come on, spill the tea. I know you
Spill
got
the
some DMs where he's fucking yelling
My
at
fucking
you.
mic
Oh,
is...
you should know. You
mouse
should
is
know.
not working.
I don't think that's right, and I'm not. I don't want to do that. It doesn't feel right to do that.
Well,
it's like
well,
doxing or
does it
flogging. It doesn't
feel-
feel right.
Does it feel funny?
No, because they're not even that. I've told you guys basically the gist of everything. I didn't talk to them that much.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Yeah, it would just be mundane shit. Hey, how's this? Hey, you
Yeah.
know.
Oh no, I'm talking about when he got all mad at you.
Guys.
Oh yeah, he was mad. He was definitely mad.
Well, what'd he say?
He called me faggot about 6 times.
Get the fuck out of here, you serious,
Why?
dude?
Why'd you get mad?
What did I get mad? I didn't get mad.
Bro,
No,
I
I
would have
do.
fucking...
Why did he get mad? Why? What happened?
Oh, it was because I put up the PPP thing on the main channel.
As a joke.
Oh,
That
So
was
just
the
like-
that was the final.
Like
So
posting
that
that
was
was
enough?
enough to make him call you a faggot.
Yeah.
Really?
oh, now
Yeah.
you're supporting my enemies. Get
Yeah,
out
It
of
was
here,
an
you
obvious joke,
backstabber.
right?
You backstabber.
All I can say, Silverfish, because I'm not going to pretend like I get everything PPP's doing, but he
Mhm.
streams under comedy.
Oh.
So
Well, you
Think it might all be a
transgressed
bit.
against the gun.
How dare you betray
yeah,
King Ralph?
Bro, if you don't
you
understand
crossed
how...
the cleanup crew.
Bro, you understand how fucking soft Ethan Ralph is? Like, I was a good friend. I honestly, I talked to this man, like, on Twitter back in the day. And all it took for me to get fucking absolutely axed out of this dude's fucking entire fucking franchise was fucking saying that Zoom calling the fucking wellness check on him back in the day was not right, but very funny.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
That
gone.
shit was hilarious.
Very funny. I said, dude, look, it's just funny. I was a fucking fan, dude. I used to call in all the time. He used to bring me in all the time. He's fucking, you transgress against him even in the slightest bit, he will fucking curse you out and cuss you out and cut you out in a second. Dude's softer than fucking baby shit. And it's no wonder that his fucking wife left him.
I got, with one fucking tweet, I got blocked on Twitter and banned from 3 fucking Discords within
It's like
minutes.
He turned on that chick on Twitter, Snap.
Uh,
Host the fight. Well, you're a
Yeah.
fucking Sylvester Stallone or whatever he said. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Um,
dude, he'll turn against you in a second. He's the most unloyal fuck in the
Yeah.
goddamn world. He's an alcoholic. He's an absolute loser, and he's barely in control of his own life. You understand that he calls people at night, like, and says that he's going to kill himself?
That's rough,
That's
man.
sad. Yeah, that's
So why
rough.
doesn't he
Yikes.
just like why doesn't he
Kill
hit
himself?
hit the gym,
Because he's a pussy.
Maybe
And he just wants attention.
find a wife, make a
He can't.
family?
Well,
he
he
had all
had
those
one.
things. He had one. He lost it because what happened was
He couldn't
he
stop
got
drinking.
popular. He got a little bit of popularity with this guy, and Milo took him to England. He met a 16-year-old Pakistani girl. She probably thought he was more popular than he really was. He fucking married her the minute she turned 18. They get married. She grew up a little bit and realized, wow, okay, I'm about to be a doctor, and this man's a borderline homeless alcoholic living in fucking bumfuck Tennessee. Think I'm gonna divorce him. And that's where you are now. It's the most obvious thing in the world. I mean, there was no way that... I mean, he said on live stream multiple times that she was his retirement plan. Well, see where that went, you know?
That's
totally
really,
fucked him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a toxic asset, to be honest. Like, you don't want to... Like, you don't want to be friendly with Ralph, because he'll take anything you say in private, and he'll
Dude, he
blast
doxed
it out
the guy,
as soon as it's...
he doxed the guy, Lord
good for
Akira,
him, you know?
off of one super chat on a different channel. This guy, Lord Akira, used to be a big time pay pig too.
Yeah, I
This dude
know
money,
that.
but this was when Ethan was still making some fucking money, so he felt like he could do whatever he wanted with his fucking pay pigs. That guy, all he did was stream on Mercade, comment on Mercade's stream, be like super chat him and said this is better than the kill stream, and that's all it took. And this dude doxed his ass on Kiwi Farms using credit card information that he got from fucking or whatever information he got, because I think the nigga bought a shirt or something.
That's rough. You
Like,
don't want
you
to see it.
understand how fucked that is?
It's fucked, man. It's completely fucked. Yeah, I mean, it's like he'll say that people like you guys want to ruin his life, and I think to myself, like, what? You're gonna like stop?
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah, well, I didn't put the bottle in his hand. He's ruining his own fucking life.
The power is literally in your hands.
Dude, you understand? Like, his show is only good because he just happened to get lucky. He got that runoff because all those shows collapsed right around the same time. And luckily enough, he had like a straight man Zidane that people relatively liked, and he was somewhat put together because he was right off jail. But now that he's off of probation and fucking on his own free will, he's fucking popping pills, getting all fucked up, looking like an asshole on stream, calling fucking what's his face a nigger, vouch a nigger on like some stream where he could have maybe got some new viewers, you know?
Yeah, that was
Just
really
a fucking
unhinged.
idiot. He's just dumb. I don't even care that he said nigger. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it's just
It was unhinged.
you just got to be an idiot. You know what I mean? You're so
Yeah.
dumb. You look like a fucking
Then he
idiot.
goes on D-Live, says he's gonna bury the whole fucking platform.
Oh my god, I forgot
Loses
about
his
that. Yeah, said he was
partnership.
gonna dox everybody who worked for D Live. That's why he lost his partnership, dude. That's why Rand's not allowed on D Live anymore.
Yeah. You know, he's got dick. He's got
Ran
dick
my
there,
blood,
too.
brother. He ain't
Hold on.
going nowhere. Next day,
Me
he's
and
banned
Rand are
off
gonna
the
be
fucking
around for the
platform.
other time.
They've got
Yeah.
that joke on their side, like a 6-shooter. If you say anything like, "Hey, Ethan Ralph, you know, you could probably do better for yourself." Oh, that's gay. Oh, you want to save him? You want to save him? That's gay. What am I supposed to say? Like, I don't even think that a lot of you are particularly malicious. It's funny, and what I don't know. I can't speak for you.
I mean, I think we're
Yeah.
malicious in the same way that the people who fuck with, like, Wings of Redemption are malicious, as in,
Yeah.
like, we're just fucking with, you know, some online personality.
I
Just
mean,
poking
he
at him.
declares himself the fucking king of blood sports. He's brought it back,
Mm.
and he's too
And he
much of a
can't
bitch
take
to
it.
take
Yeah.
it. He can't take shit. He can't take comments on fucking Twitter.
Has he always been like this with the?
Yes.
I'm so
Yeah.
great. Right? Yeah. I
Yeah,
haven't really
dude,
picked,
no. He was all right in the beginning. He was somewhat, you know, fake humble, but like enough that it was convincing-ish. Because he had just gotten out of jail, and he was just lucky enough to have any viewership. But once he started getting popular, he fucking totally let it go to his head. And even after his decline, he still has that same fucking mentality. He is Ethan Ralph. The show is The Kill Stream. It's a 10,000 viewer show in his mind, even though he gets 650 viewers at most, and 300 of them are guys like me.
And he,
who fucking
like, he
hate
built
his fat
himself.
guts.
He also built himself on, like, we'll bring anybody on. We'll talk to anybody. Anybody could be here. Like, we're willing
Free
to have any
speech.
conversation. Like, I'm not.
All these hug boxing faggots can't handle
And
it.
like, if you don't like hold with that, when you build your brand on that, and you just ban anybody who makes fun of you, any type of criticism, anything like that, then, like, I don't know, you just burn down your entire brand, right?
It seems that way. He turned away a lot of people who So let him watch. Let him say what they want. What's the harm? What is the fucking harm? But it's a brand.
He's afraid of being embarrassed, dude. He's incredibly thin-skinned.
I think,
and he has an incredibly embarrassing, shameful life.
Yeah, I think you might see it as like the way Dick sees his character. I'm gonna be like Dick. I'm gonna do this character, and my ego can't be harmed because it hurts my brand, and that's my livelihood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he still so desperately wishes that he was at 10,000 views. He's still incredibly bitter that he got kicked off YouTube. But to be honest, I mean, again, what do you expect? He was talking that week like, oh, the moderators are in my chat, ha ha ha. And then he decided of the biggest stream he ever had and talk about the Holocaust for the first hour. Like, you're just asking for it.
Yeah, maybe that is in line with that personality you're talking about, like a flaunting arrogance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm untouchable. I'll meet them off of the kill stream because he was the #1 live streamer for a few months.
I remember that
on the whole website.
Biggest
said,
late night show on YouTube.
He tried a big time vouch, and he said, and I quote, "I'm a bigger internet personality."
Yeah, this guy's delusional.
That's almost as bad as Barbie, man.
It's worse.
Worse, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. You're right. You guys are right.
Yeah, well, I know.
Yeah.
If you don't think that fat fag has been flagging this entire fucking
I
time,
hate Vouch, but
you're out of your mind.
Doesn't he like blow him out of the water as far as like numbers, metrics?
Smokes him.
Yeah.
Smokes him like a blunt and ashes him in an asshole. Fucking unbelievable.
I noticed they do that. Like, so they were shitting on Cog at one point, and they say, "Oh, fucking Full Blast gets more viewers on his live streams than Cog. He's got 1,000." And I'm thinking to myself, you're looking at like views of like 5 seconds views over the span of a week. That's not live viewers. And to compare that to a live viewer number, it's wrong. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh well, dude, he'll say whatever it takes to fucking get his ego boosted up. Dude, you should really honestly bring some of these other people in, but not kick anybody off. If you're gonna kick anybody off, you should give it to Apex and maybe fucking.
All right, hold on. All right, hold on.
What? Did you just kick that guy? Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to go play video games.
Did you for serious kick that guy?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's gay ops, bro. They're getting you to talk more about Ralph.
It's funny though. Let
right.
Come on.
Well, anyway, all right. I'm out though.
Okay, that's fine. See ya. Thank you, Silverfish. There you go. Sorry to see him go. I think he's out. Well, I think I gotta bring in people now. What's going on over here? What's going on in the green room? We got Godspeed in the green room. I see. Zoom himself. Well, I'm left in an interesting situation. Do I even have Apex there still? Hello?
For now, yeah.
You can dip out if you like.
Yeah. I'll catch you guys.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna do this for the first time. I think I'm out later, chat. Ralph is right if he's talking about weight. What do you guys think, chat? What do you think the best course of action? Zoom, I appreciate you. I like your work, but I've been told that it's a shitstorm and not to deal with. So I don't know. I want to hear what you have to say, though. I do. Bring on Zoom. Bring in Zoom. I'm not going to release DM. Okay. Release the DMs. Okay, you know what? One's in the chat. We bring on Zoom. I destroy. I don't know. I'm the truest. Zoom.
Hey, what's going on, Full Blast? It's me, Gator.
I like your voices, man. You do good work.
Yeah, I like the I like all the streams that you do that don't have Ethan Ralph on them. They're worth watching.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I wasn't really surprised when I saw that when you stopped streaming him, he spurred out on you, and he called you a faggot 6 times,
Yeah.
because that's kind of how he rolls. Yeah, well, you know what? If you don't want to restream me, you're just a fucking faggot. Get out of my goddamn server.
Yep.
That's exactly how he is. And that's why I fucking hate that guy. I've never liked him. I've always pretended to be his friend just to make fun of him because he's just fake. Like he'll literally call you in the middle of the night, like crying. Like, oh, Nora and everybody's making fun of me calling the gun. This is not funny. I'm a gun out of my shirt. They don't realize what I'm doing. I was just like, dude, I don't care. I'm tired. Go away. And I would just hang up on him. Like, he's fucking sad and pathetic.
So he'd bother you? He would bother you?
Yeah, he would call me and Andy all the time in the middle of the night crying. And then, like, the other day, Nick Urquito was like, yeah, he does the same thing with me. Dude, I feel bad for him. He does this to everyone. He's just lonely and pathetic. I literally hope that if I continue to fuck with him, he'll stop drinking and get his shit together, but I doubt he'll ever do that.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know about you, but I would like to see that.
It'll never happen. I mean, he's so far into alcoholism that there's nothing redeeming about him. Like, that's half the reason why I started fucking with him, because he was just like the guy built his entire platform off of being somebody that calls people out on their shit, and being transparent, being very free speech oriented, and I watched him in private calls with Stream Me, like, threaten the Stream Me admins, like, if they don't take somebody offline, or if they don't stop somebody from restreaming. He did that to Dispatch. He did it to the Gun streamer. Then he tried to blame it on me, so I just released all the fucking chat logs because he was lying. He would get in all the time, I'm a big attraction to your website, and if you don't get rid of these fucking people, I'm just gonna leave. I'll go to BitChute. I don't give a fuck. I'll go on someone else's channel. And that's what he used to like scream at, like, Jordan, the intern, one of the admins on Streamy. He would scream at him all the time, because we had this group chat, and it was like me, Andy, pretty much anybody that was in like the top 3 on Streamy regularly, and it was just to like give people that they wanted to, because they were thinking about doing a partnership program. Anybody that had a high amount of viewers or a high amount of points every week when the things were put together, they would bring them in and give them, like, specialized support. If an issue with your chat room or a bug or something, they would come in and you could just message them in the Discord chat. And literally the entire Discord chat was just Ralph bitching, claiming that he was going to get Jim to leave the show, claiming that Andy was going to refuse to stream on Stream Me unless he gave his approval. But Ralph lied about shit all the time, because Jim didn't give a flying fuck what Ralph said, and neither did Andy, and neither did I. And then he was like, oh, well, I'm going to just keep doing this, and I'm going to be number 1. And I was like, well, you're kind of like phoning in your show. You're like lying to your fans. Like he was actively giving us information on his fans. Like, we had a whole nother server that was called like anti-SBCC. It's still there to this day. I think right now it's called Autism Awareness, and it's got a Sprite logo. And Ralph was in there, and so was Gator. And we would go in there and we would collect information on PayPigs, and he would give us information on PayPigs. And he wanted it set up basically so, like, the main chat, like the one that he has in SBCC, he got annoyed that, like, he couldn't go in there and interact with his fans regularly. So he would let us fuck with the more autistic and annoying fans that would pester him when he joined the VC, so that they would kind of stay in check and not fucking bother him. And Gator was totally okay with it too. And they were completely fine with us fucking with his fans as long as it didn't get to the limit where they would stop paying. And then when they would get mad, he would say, fuck them, I don't care as long as they pay. That's why I don't like Ralph, and that's why I stopped being cool with Ralph, because he would actively try to censor people and fuck with people and get people deplatformed, and not for a funny reason, but for a reason only that it involved his feelings being hurt. And he talks about like how brave he is, and Gator too. Oh, they're such brave IBS champions, and they're bringing back. They're the biggest fucking pussies I've ever met in my entire life. Neither of them would get in a VC. They wouldn't even last in a VC with me more than 2 minutes. The last time I was on Ralph's show, not only did I do it the first night, I came back the second night. I bullied him to absolute silence on his show. I did it 2 2 nights in a row. And then when Gator tried to defend him, I told him to shut his stupid fucking mouth because he's nothing more than a 450-pound speaking spell. And he has not used the soundboard since that night. I bullied him so hard that I took the one thing that made him unique, that one shtick that he could say, oh, that's my thing. I took that away from him. That's how much of a pussy he is. That's how badly I cucked Ethan, Ralph, and the Killstream crew, is that they can't even do their own thing. They got to copy other people.
And there you go. Yeah. It's pretty funny. I haven't heard that soundboard in a while.
Yeah, he stopped using it because I made fun of him, because that's literally all he has. There's nothing enjoyable about Gator. There's nothing special about Gator. There's nothing Gator can add to a conversation. Same thing with Ralph. Ralph is literally, if Ralph was a Pokemon, he would be a Ditto. He has no special stats. He has no real moves, and he has no real political stance. You know, for when he was with Milo, he was a super outspoken political activist. Then he was hanging out with the alt-right people. Then he was kissing up to Tonka. He was kissing up to Baked Alaska. Now, and then the year before it was, fuck you, Nick the Knife. I'm more popular than you. I have 6,000 viewers. Let's see where we are in a year. And then a year later, Nick's one of the most popular people on YouTube, and Ralph's banned off of YouTube, and he's got maybe sub 800 views. And he's pandering to Destiny, begging Destiny for views too. I mean, it's fucking pathetic. The guy is just he's somebody that got popular, and the only reason he even got popular was because of me. The very first stream he ever had that really took off was me and Jim going in on Baked Alaska. Before that, he had less than 300 viewers every night. And then that's how he met Tonka. That's how he got involved with IBS. He blew up overnight because of that. Then he had the stream where he tried to crucify me with his 6 little friends, that they had no problem using me to get popular. They had no problem using me to get Weave to come on the show. Yeah. And then he retracted and he apologized, did a whole stream where the people that literally gave him the clips came back on the show and told him they were fucking with him. But he deleted that stream. It's mysteriously not on the Zencast anymore either. And he deleted all that shit so that he could hide the fact that he was a complete fucking idiot and he got trolled, because it's easier to lie about what really happened than to tell the truth. That way he can maintain that he's the moral arbiter of everything. Gator does the same thing. I mean, Gator literally sat in our chat while we doxed their fans and said nothing about it, laughed about it. And then same thing with Ralph, said absolutely nothing, had no problem with us fucking with his fans. But then when I started fucking with Ralph during Stream E, he got mad because as I was fucking with him, his views were going down and mine were going up. And before Stream E closed, the 3 weeks in a row, I was number 1 and he wasn't. And he didn't like that.
Yeah, I got under his skin, right?
Yeah, he threatened to leave the show. He threatened to leave the site entirely. He was completely pissed. He was saying that I was botting views and shit. And it was no, it's not that hard to make a show. Even tonight, I had just as many views as him, and I was literally just making fun of his admins. That's how boring Ralph is. He talks about nothing. He adds literally nothing. You can bring somebody on the show and they could, you could bring the fucking Tiger guy from the fucking Netflix series, and he could be talking about how great it is to stroke the balls of tigers. And all of a sudden Ralph would talk about some fucking story about, back when he was a little kid, he saw tigers in the zoo and he was amazed by their balls. Because that's just how Ralph is. He has no opinion. He parrots whoever comes on the show. And then Gator is even more fucking milquetoast. He'll just parrot whatever he sees Ralph. He'll be like, yeah, man, those tiger balls, man. I wonder what it's like to squeeze them in my hand. The only balls I usually have in my hand, because I'm Gator. I usually cup Ralph's balls. Every once in a while, I'll give Jim's a little squeeze. That's exactly how they are. They have nothing to add to any kind of conversation. It almost
seems like they're a little scared to step out of line and say the wrong thing, right? Well, maybe that itself, any interesting commentary they might have can't be shared because you can't say the wrong thing.
Yeah, and it's also for me it's hilarious because Ralph and Andy had no problem. They would literally, I would get messages from Andy at 3 a.m, dude. He would text me and he'd be like, hey, and I'd be like, what's going on? And he'd be like, so what you thinking about? I'd be like, the fuck? Who does that? Who messages another guy in the middle of the night asking them what they're feeling, what they're thinking about? And Andy was this deeply emotional guy. I wasn't expecting him to be as emotional as he was. And I was just like, I said to them when I came back, I was like, you know, I'm not going to forget what you guys did. You guys put me on the chopping block. You were rude to me. You were rude to my girlfriend. You know, we told you what the fuck happened. You guys weren't even around for it. You know, you're all a bunch of idiots. And then you tried to use me to get popular. And then you did get popular. And you thought I wouldn't come back and fuck with you. I'm going to come back and I'm going to fuck with every single one of you. And you're going to be so stupid that you're going to buy that I forgot. And I'm gonna wait. And I did. I waited like 6 months before I came back. And then I got my friends, because I have way more connections with bigger YouTubers and people that are popular than fucking Ralph or Andy ever will. And I got a bunch of YouTubers that were popular at the time to message Ralph, who were actually on the site with me when that shit happened. And they vouched that it was just a bullshit story and we were fucking around. Because at the time, like, people were fucking with me because we were like the most popular people on the site, because she was the most popular streamer on the site, and I was like, I used to hang out with Martin Shkreli, and I was really popular because Martin Shkreli used to have like a shit talking competition. It was like the roast arena or something, and I was the most popular person, and I always won that thing from shit talking people. So when me and her started shit talking each other on stream, and then eventually we met, we fell in love with each other, and we wound up moving in together, and we were streaming together and doing stupid shit in real life all the time. And those YouTubers were there, like Billy the Fridge. I've been friends with Billy for years. He's been friends with my girlfriend for years. Billy was like, nah, man, that was bullshit. I was physically there when it happened. That shit never happened. I've known those guys for years. A couple other people that I'm not going to mention told Ethan it was bullshit. And then Ethan heard the recordings of the people that came on his show making fun of him in another Discord about how he didn't verify anything, and they just made the whole thing up. And Ethan apologized to me. He did a whole stream where he apologized to me. But I told him, I was like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to fuck with all of you. So the minute he started letting me come on he started bringing me in to fuck with his own callers and fuck with his fans. And that's how I wound up meeting the guys that they call the Plate Gang, because I started hanging out in SBCC, and I started hanging out with them because I saw that they were fucking with his fans too. And he said nothing about it. He never once protected his fan base. He never cared if they got doxxed. He never cared if they got harassed. It was to the point that his old Spike Club server was completely empty. No one would ever go in the VC because we would always be in there bullying them. And he would only bring me in to fuck with callers that he felt were too overwhelming for him. Like when I fucked with Destiny, because I literally did to Destiny what he does to everyone, and it drove Destiny insane. And I came on, I bullied Brittany Venti. I bullied that white nationalist that was dating a black girl that was on heel turn. I mean, he would literally start blowing me up on Discord whenever his calls or his show was getting boring, and beg me to come on and fuck with his callers so that people would watch and laugh about it. And that was the only time that Ethan ever really messaged me, was when he wanted me to fuck with his callers. So like his whole frame and story that, like, you know, I was fucking with his fans and he banned all of us out of the server. He had to get rid of me because we were doxing people. He knew that we were doing that the whole time, and he didn't care. And he was literally trying to use me like a fucking cudgel. So was Andy, to fuck with people.
They would call you midstream and ask for your help.
Yeah, all the time. The time I would get called.
Do you want to talk about why Dick brought you up on the stream, on that racket stream? Because I called him. You called him. Why did he know immediately it was you and was so excited about it?
Oh, he knew it was me because he knows me. Like, I don't know why people do this shit on YouTube where they like act like they don't know me or they don't talk to me. I mean, like Nick Rakita did the same thing. He was like, "Oh, Zoom, who's that?" And it's like, come on, Nick, you had me on. I doxed Tonka on your show. You know, you were there. You've been in private calls with me multiple times. I mean, everybody remembers when Nicholas Fiorio made an ass of himself, claiming that me and Nick Rakita and Keemstar were doxing other YouTubers, and that made him look like a retard, because then he played the whole recording. Where in the recording, we not only don't dox them or post it publicly, we were only verifying if it was a real law firm, because what happened is this other YouTuber got ass mad that an underage YouTuber was making fun of him in a compilation video. So he sent him a fake cease and desist letter and was threatening to shut the kid's channel down. And the kid got upset and went to Keemstar and was like, "Hey, can you help me? I'm not really popular on YouTube, but I don't really appreciate somebody trying to bully me." So Keemstar, who I know, messaged me and said, "Hey, could you join this group chat?" So I joined this group chat. Nicholas Diorio is there, Nick Rakita is there, Keemstar is there, and a couple other bigger YouTubers were there. And this kid was there, and they're like, "Let's verify this." He shows us the letter. We look into it, and then Nick looks up if they're really lawyers. Nick actually used his ability to, as a lawyer, to access if they're really lawyers or not. He was looking up their licenses and shit. And then we looked up their licenses because like the bar for each state is publicly available. But then he actually reached out to a few of the lawyers as a lawyer to see if it was real or not. And the majority of it was bullshit. It was just like a paper mill for DMCA's that you pay for so that you don't actually have to go to a lawyer and shit. And we verified that. And Nick Diorio was there, and we never doxed anybody. In fact, Nick Diorio literally got in his mom's car and drove over to the fucking house where these people lived and took pictures of their house and conveniently left that out of the fucking story. So like these guys are all full of shit. It's like I said on my stream, they're all just grifters and they all lie. And they have no problem talking to me when it benefits them. And when it doesn't, they try to fucking badmouth me or make me look like an asshole. But the truth and the reality of it is they're all fake as fuck and they're all two-faced and they're all really assholes. And they can't deal with me because I'm a dick and dicks fuck assholes and they can't deal with that.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to hope you're a force for good at the end of the day.
I mean, I don't really align myself to any side. It's like I know there's a lot of people that think that I just like autistically attack people for no reason, or I just get close to people that turn on them. No, the only people I ever did that to were Andy and Ralph, and that's because they deserved it. Because Andy and Ralph literally used me to get popular, and then got mad when I came back and fucking got them back for it. Same thing with Tonka. Tonka, the big bad fucking blood sports god, the blood guy. Yeah, I've reduced that guy to absolute silence on his own show, and he won't even get on a stream with me ever since. And now he's so pathetic that he streams to 20 people and has fake fights every Friday at 8 p.m. on YouTube where he gets thrown around like a retard for $20 a night.
You traumatize him.
Like every one of these guys, they talk so much shit. Just look at what they were 2 years ago when they first met me. Andy had like over, what was it, 290,000 subscribers. He was streaming with JF. Even the fucking him and JF breakup. JF and him broke up because JF called him low IQ because JF said he believed me and my girlfriend and that our story was consistent. And Andy snapped on him and they broke up because of that.
Yeah, the low IQ interventions.
Yeah. So back before that, him and JF were getting tens of thousands of views, and they were one of the most popular people on YouTube. Same thing with Ralph. Ralph was what 6, 7, 8,000 fucking views. Then he got too big for his britches. That's the problem with all of them. Is the minute that money and that a little bit of fame hits them, they get fucking delusional and they start thinking that they're better than they are, and then they want to turn on it. They want to turn on their fans. Fuck my fans. I'm not going to keep my Patreon goals. That's why I like when people were fucking with Ralph tonight because. He really hasn't kept his Patreon goals. I mean, he kept changing them every month and scamming his fans. And there's a lot of people that do that. I mean, look at all the people that pay for fucking dick. Oh, I want access to the private dick stream. Have you ever been on one of those private dick live streams? Somebody sent me the link to it. He had less than 120 people watching him. Well, he's got thousands of patrons. Nobody really watches him. And then what does he do to his fans last week? He's got fucking Sean banning anybody that's giving him shit in the chat.
Ban those guys.
Yeah, but he's a free speech advocate, right? He doesn't give a fuck because he's already got his money. And that's why I don't like any of these people. I'm just going to keep fucking with them. Because I gave them a break because I got busy with work. I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I've done enough damage to these people. I mean, Andy's fucking MIA. He'd been gone for like 5 months. Ralph was like less than 500 viewers. Nobody was fucking watching him. Gator, nobody ever watched him because he's boring. Zidane left and everyone was done. I mean, what the fuck was I going to do at that point? And I said, I've pretty much done enough damage. I'm going to take a break and just disappear, go deal with life. I joined a powerlifting gym. I started powerlifting. I lost a bunch of weight.
Nice.
I did a lot of work for the year and I got promoted twice at my job. Now I'm moving to Asia to set up our APAC branch. And everything's been great this year. And then I start fucking getting spammed on Twitter and DMs on Discord when I'm just trying to play fucking Call of Duty Warzone on the weekends. And people were like, "Oh, you got to come back and talk about this. Look at all this shit Ralph is saying." And I'm like, "All right, well, clearly they didn't learn the first time, so I'm just gonna come back and fuck with them." I mean, they're all in it together. Like as crazy as PPP sounds, because PPP is like autistic and he can't think straight. He's right. They are all in it together.
Yeah.
Dick, Nick Rekieta, Ralph, Andy, they're all in it. Josh too. They're all in a big group, and they all are sitting there trying to grift as much out of as many viewers as possible to make as much money as possible. And they will lie and do anything they can to hold on to that little bit of fame and limelight and that little bit of relevance. And as long as they can milk those callers for money as much as possible, they will go out of their way to lie and distort and make shit up and lie, and they will go. I say lie twice because they literally lie every waking moment of the day. Josh wakes up in the morning, lies about having a job, lies about making money, lies about not needing money. He's gonna put 2K into the fucking fund. He's gonna trump Godwinson. He's gonna try and manage everything. That was a fucking grift, and he got caught because then somebody this morning posted that he was on Discord begging for a job a few months ago because he couldn't find work in Poland. They're all full of shit. Ralph's
Yeah.
super rich. He doesn't need any money, but why is he living at his mom's house? Why did his mom lose her house to the mortgage reclamation? His house literally got foreclosed on while his mom was in the hospital. Like, these guys are all full of shit. Fucking Gator, oh, I don't need any money. Why was Ralph giving him money? Why did Gator tell Andy that he had to borrow money from his parents so that he could go to Knoxville? You know, these guys
Yeah.
are all fake as shit, and they all talk shit about each other behind their back. When Andy and Ralph were living together, the day that Andy left Ralph's house, Andy called me at 5 o'clock in the morning crying, telling me that Ralph snapped because him and Nora were having a cigarette. And Nora was talking about how she wished that Ralph would stop drinking and how she cares about him, but he's just so destructive. And even though she loves him, she can't really be around that kind of person. And she's upset with the person he's become. But she cares about him, and it's upsetting to her. And Andy's like, yeah, I keep trying to get him to stop drinking. He doesn't stop. And Nora seemed upset. Ralph comes downstairs completely fucking pissed drunk, and he's like, "You can get the fuck upstairs, or you can get on a fucking plane tonight. I don't give a fuck." And then he grabbed Andy by the throat and was like, "And you go near my wife again, I'll fucking kill you."
I think when they think their content is good, it seems to be bad. And when it goes poorly, yeah. Well, how about like, what do you guys think about if he stopped drinking and him and Andy started working out? How's that for a stream idea?
They were supposed to do that a year ago. Did you forget about that? When
Yeah.
Andy and him lived together, Ralph was going to work out with Andy, and Andy was going to teach him how to lift weights and teach him how to eat properly. That never happened. And when Andy left that house that night, he packed up all his shit, and then he called Failure, and then he called to come pick him up at the train station. And then he was like, "Oh wait, I can't get any trains. I guess I'll take a bus." And then he called me from the bus and was like, "Dude, he's a psychopath. You were right about him. I can't live with Ralph. He's completely drunk. He's completely self-destructive." And then Andy literally went on stream not even a week later and confirmed that really happened. He confirmed that the fight with Nora happened, that Ralph threatened him, and that was why he was moving out. And Failure has confirmed it too. And you know why I say that? Because this guy that hangs out regularly with Ralph tries to go around and spread dissension and claim that it never happened. And his name is Gator. And it's not like Gator would know, because Gator was so embarrassed by the way that he acted in Knoxville and how everyone made fun of him that he didn't even come to Miami. And to be honest, no one wanted him to come to Miami because he was completely embarrassing. Ralph didn't want Gator to come to Miami. Andy didn't want Gator to come to Miami. And none of Andy's fucking people that were filming wanted Gator to come to Miami, because apparently Gator is like really weird in real life and no one wanted to hang out with him. But Gator lives under this delusion that everyone's jealous of him. He's literally embarrassing to be around.
Yeah. That's painful. I don't know.
It's all of them. I don't know why people watch them. They're so boring. Like, Andy is literally a fucking OnlyFans reviewer now. He reviews disgusting e-whores that have no self-worth or value. And he's sitting there like reviewing these boring holes and talking about them and sending simps their way. That is just fucking sad. How do you go from like the twisted case of JF Garepi, where he literally just stole most of my fucking content and then threw his name over it? How do you go from that and doing debates with Sargon and Richard Spencer to, well, this ugly girl in South Carolina who lost her job because she was a waitress at Hooters, is now taking pictures of her titties and sticking a unicorn dildo up her ass for $5.95 a month. Let me review this. The state of that man and what he has fallen from to what he is now. Same thing for Ralph. How do you go from like thousands and thousands to tens of thousands sometimes of viewers to nothing? Andy doesn't even get 50 people watching him, and he used to talk about views to make fun of Tonka. He gets less views than Tonka now.
Yeah, I feel a little disappointed. I thought when he came back that maybe he had cleaned his act up and he was just going to make an appearance. He seemed to have gotten some level of ahead, but then he just went back to his old antics. Much less viewers.
Well, the last time I talked to him, he told me he was getting his shit together, that he was working a real job, that he was happy to be free of this stupid streaming shit. And then I guess he had to move back in with his parents, and now he's already back to grifting and he's back to kissing Ralph's ass. And I that's one thing I got to give it to you, man. You're probably one of the only people that have ever just been like, you know what, fuck you, Ralph, and just left and cut ties. I mean, that's the best way to do things, because that guy was just going to use you to stay relevant on YouTube, and then the minute that you slighted him, you see exactly the kind of person he is.
Yeah, I tried to help everybody. You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah, it's just I just you can't be friends with that guy. He's just one of those guys that like you can't be nice to him. You can't trust him, and like everyone's like,
No.
oh, you don't trust Zoom. He's a piece of shit. It's like, no, I'm not. I tell you about these guys. I warn you about these guys. No one fucking listens, and then they get drunk or they get high on pills, and they're like, oh, fuck my fans, fuck all you guys. You gave me your money already. I don't give a fuck. That's
Yeah.
how they really are. I've
It's
seen how
something
they really are outside of stream.
I really like that that none of these people, me, you, are. It's just, if anything, like the Dick Show live show is just a friend simulator. Like, you can't take it seriously. None of these people are your friends. Even people you've known for years in chat rooms, you probably shouldn't talk too much about yourself. And you just can't trust anybody. I know what you want to.
Oh, yeah.
You want to fall into it because it's easy, because you're a person, but it's ultimately, it usually damages you.
It's just like Jim said. There's no such thing as internet friends. It's the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a bunch of like look, Dick is not some fucking Chad. Like he's I banged two girls at the same time. Yeah, he kind of left out the fact that Jamie Lynn, who he says is all over his dick. He went out of his way to try and get this article DMCA'd that she wrote about him, where she talks about how he does drugs all the time, how the only time he ever introduced her as his girlfriend was to the drug dealer, how he forced Marie and her to have a throuple, even though neither of them wanted that. They both just wanted to date Dick, singularly. And he kind of like forced them into that relationship. And then Marie already had a bunch of like emotional and mental issues that Dick was exploiting, to the point where she was literally taking pills all the time just to get out of bed.
No, I know I'm being a buzzkill, but you wouldn't actually seriously say forced, though, right? I mean, like I would agree, manipulated.
The way that they explain it, it was demanded. And when Marie refused to have that relationship, Dick literally kicked her out of the house and told her to get the fuck out. And then apparently he cried all night while he was like pretty much, according to her, he violated her in every room of the house while hysterically crying about having to kick Marie out. And then he did the same thing to Jamie. He turned on her, kicked her out too, tried to ruin her relationship with her husband, even though the husband was okay with her hooking up with him. I mean, he just goes out of his way to like lie about shit. I mean, the whole thing was, I heard when he was talking to PPP, he's like, oh yeah, I played football in high school. I found all 4 years that he was in high school in Valencia High School in California. He was almost non-existent the first 3 years. You see him in the junior year, he's kind of like way in the back. The more popular guys are the ones taking the torch, doing the speeches. Dick is not really popular or up in front. He's kind of like, a sheep in the back. He's not this big alpha like he claimed. And then he kind of peaked his senior year. He won Homecoming King, but he wasn't as popular as he claims he was. There was actually another guy in his class that was so popular, he had his own fan club that was written about in the yearbook. And Dick was in that fan club and was hanging out with the guy. And that guy won prom king. That guy played football. That guy is who Dick represents himself to be. In reality, Dick is not the person he claims to be.
Has he talked about that guy in his show?
No. I've never seen him talk about it. And from
Alright.
what Sean said, Dick was so insecure, he had to get surgery on his face, and his voice doesn't even sound the same anymore. So it's like, who's the alpha Chad here that you're like so insecure you got to get plastic surgery on your face just to look like a normal person? Come on.
Yeah. Well, would you say is Dick a smart guy?
I would say he's good at telling stories, and he's good at convincing a bunch of spineless simps to donate money to him in the vain hopes that they'll somehow be able to glean how to be a completely irrational adult who doesn't know how to have any kind of long lasting relationships or any real personal relationships with any female alive, because they realize that he's completely full of shit, and then he kicks them out of the house. So I'd say he's really good at grifting completely pathetic, sad individuals that he can make money off of, and that's about it. And apparently, there's a lot of them that donate money to him. Other than that, there's nothing he talks about. And I talked with him about this privately, and he got really pissed off. There's nothing that Dick says that is like of any value or substance. It's just, oh, I banged two girls at the same time. I was homecoming king. I'm popular. I fucked models. After we got off the stream, I asked him. I said, Dick, where is she? You said that like 80s girl was there. Where is she? She wasn't even there. He told PPP she was there. She wasn't. And then I asked him. He got mad and immediately went back to the other fucking call with Nick Rikita, because
Oh
we
yeah.
didn't talk for a good 15-20 minutes after Nick kicked us off. He was talking to me in a thing, and then he was like, dude, I can't deal with this shit, I gotta go. And he left, because I asked him, I was like, where is she? I mean, like, you're claiming all the shit. You're claiming you live in a fucking huge mansion and you're a multimillionaire. It's all bullshit. You live in a normal house in like a suburb on a hill, and it's not even a good area. It's like south of Eagle Rock. I've been to LA. He's completely full of shit. He doesn't live in the Hollywood Hills. The guy just
Yeah.
makes everything up, and everything about him is a lie. That, oh, Jamie's in love with me. Jamie talks shit about him all the time. She wrote a whole fucking blog just completely blasting him, showing text messages, showing all the messages between her and him on Facebook, like 49 pages worth of just him bitching about how he can't manipulate the two of them into being in a relationship with him at the same time. I mean, the guy is he's a fraud at
Yeah.
best. So yeah, he's good at tricking people out of money. That's what I would give him. He's smart about that.
Yeah. He'll say too that it's his character that's saying all this, right?
Yeah, it's a character when he wants to make money. It's a character when he doesn't want to look stupid. Like when he gets caught being completely full of shit, then it's a character. But when he's on the streams, when he's bragging about shit in real life, it's not a character. That's who he is. He's the alpha Chad, and that's why I think he's fake too. They're all fake. They all pretend to be some fucking great big Joe Big Dick. I mean, Ralph's a complete fucking pussy in real life. Andy's a pussy in real life. They're all pussies. I mean, you remember how, oh, Andy, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, Tonka. I train in MMA. Okay, then why, when those three guys pressed up to you, were you freaking out and screaming like a girl and telling Alex to pull a gun out?
Pull a gun out, yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
if
even
you'd been
occur to him to not
yeah,
include the gun.
if you'd been training for months in MMA and you knew how to handle yourself, why couldn't you handle yourself against those guys? Why did you and Alex pull out a fucking taser and try to tase the guy before he even left the club? Like, I don't blame the guy for going and getting two of his friends to fucking go fuck with them, because they pulled a fucking taser out on him and tried to tase him. When
Yeah.
it was just when it was 3-on-1, they pull a taser out. They have a gun. I mean, come on, they're pussies. And then when those guys step to them, they wouldn't even pull the trigger. They're complete bitches.
Didn't that other guy? Didn't he try to stun gun or tase one of them as he's just walking by?
Yeah, and he completely fucking missed.
Yeah.
And I don't blame those three guys for fucking punching them. Now, Failure, I didn't see Failure do much other than kind of like back off and say, leave me alone. But Andy and Alex and they were the ones running their mouths and being the antagonists in that, and they deserved it. They should have got their fucking asses stomped out.
Yeah.
Because they were acting like that in real life, and they were fucking being ignorant. They were playing fucking racist shit, and like, yeah, I understand they have no control over what's being played, but the guy politely asked them multiple times to stop, and Andy started threatening the guy. Oh, nice pecs, they look good with the bullet in them. The fuck.
Terrible judgment, instant escalation. Here, I wanted to ask you. No, keep going,
sure.
please.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just a side question. What's your favorite lift?
Probably the conventional deadlift.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I've been. I started off. Um, I started off earlier in the year. I was like 150. Then I moved up to 250. And then as I started like bulking, after losing a lot of water weight, the highest I've ever gotten is 535 on a 1 rep max. And then they decided to close all the gyms. But it was
Yeah.
like insane. Like I didn't realize like how strong I had gotten because like once I stopped eating crap and started eating healthy and watching my basal metabolic rate and stuff like that, drinking a lot of water. I lost a lot of weight rapidly, and I put on a lot of muscle over the past like 12 months. And then like I decided to like test my strength and go to one of those like a weightlifting competition, and they had
Nice.
a small qualifier a few months ago, and I was able to pull over 900 pounds with just my raw arm
Jesus
strength,
fucking Christ, man.
90 feet with a battle rope hooked to a weight sled, and
Oh,
then
okay, yeah.
the actual like pushing the weight sled, I pushed over 1,300 pounds, 90 feet in 30 seconds. But I was like 2 seconds late because my legs kind of got gassed towards the end. But I did do the full 1250 push 90 feet in 30 seconds. So that counted. And I wound up coming in second place, but it was like my first competition. So I enjoyed
Those
it.
good. Congrats, buddy. Those all sound like pretty big numbers. I'm not up to par with what's impressive, but that sounds pretty impressive.
It's literally like 1.5% of my body weight. So to like most lifters, that's not a lot.
Yeah.
Like a 535, that's like intermediate to advanced. Like to get to like the like advanced stage, you have to lift like over I think it's like 650 pounds. Because that'll be a significant amount. I think that's like 2.5 times my weight. And
Yeah.
that's going to be really good.
Well, shit, I wanted to ask you another question, but I forgot. God damn. Let me think about that for a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have anything else to say on Andy?
I just wish that dude would get his shit together. I mean, like, how can he just like settle for this? How can you get up in the morning and you're like, I'm an OnlyFans reviewer, like,
Yeah, that's
and to have known that that was what he was 2 years ago. He's talking to Sargon, talking to Richard Spencer, talking to some of the most popular people in the alt right, talking to all these really popular YouTubers, and look.
what I wanted to ask. Speaking of that, of them getting their shit together, do you feel like you think clear now that you're eating right and kind of working out? Do your thought processes change a
uh,
little bit?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like this kind of shit is like so boring. That's why I like only do it on the weekends or like when people ask me to, because I know there's a lot of people that like would like it if I would stream regularly every day. There's a lot of people that hate me, and then there's a lot of people that like what I do. Um, and to me, it's like I said it earlier on my stream. There's like a distance. There's like a difference between like fate and like destiny, and like when it comes to fate, it's what you settle for when life deals you cards and you don't feel like passing on them or folding for a little while, or asking to be redealt, or just playing the hand and seeing where things go, um, as opposed to like destiny, which is what you make of it. And taking control of your life and changing things. And it seems like a lot of these guys like Ralph and Andy and stuff like that, they never really focused on school. They don't seem very book smart or intelligent. They've never really gone to college. I mean, Ralph went to college for a fucking political science degree and didn't even finish. So you look at these guys; they have a track record for not being able to follow through, for not finishing what they claim they're going to do, for not really achieving the most that they could have out of life. I mean, like even though it's a political science degree, it's still a degree. Ralph could have changed his major halfway through. He could have gone for a different track in life, and he could have ended up in a better place. Same thing for Andy. I mean,
So
these people have just settled.
you make your own luck.
Yeah, they've literally settled for this, and the reason why they do this, it's not because they're talented or because they care about their fans or because they have some kind of message that they want to get out there. They're doing this because they have no other way to survive, and they have no other way to make money because they have no real skills or talents or anything that makes them marketable. So they have to use this and they have to grift people and lie and present themselves as something they're not, because if they don't, then they have no way to pay for anything. So they're literally to the point that they're actually whores. For any point in time, if you look at them, they're literally just people that get money thrown at them to dance like monkeys and pretend to be someone they're not so that they can entertain an audience. They're the equivalent of a cam whore. And that's all Andy and Ralph are. They're whores. They will do anything for money. They will compromise their values. They will compromise their integrity. They will compromise their actual views as long as you give them money. And they don't care about you as a person. They don't give a shit about you. You're not their friend. You were some guy that was restreaming for him. And then the minute that you didn't want to do that anymore, all of a sudden he turned on you. And that's who they really are. They don't care about anyone. They want to get as much money as possible, and they will all work together to trick as many people out of money as possible. And that is exactly why e-celebs are gay.
What would you say to people that ask you why you care about their well-being?
I don't. I could give a shit less about their well-being. I just think it's fucking pathetic that these people present themselves as these alpha males and pillars of the community, and they're giving people advice and talking down to people about what they should do for their life. It's like, what the fuck have you done? What experience do you have with the world? Has Ralph ever even been out of the country? The closest Andy's been out of the country was going to America. Has Gator ever been out of the country? Have they actually seen the world? Have they traveled? Are they educated? Why are they giving these people fucking advice on life when they haven't even lived life themselves? They don't even know how to get their shit together. Everyone keeps bringing fucking Josh on the stream. Josh is literally a guy who never went to college, never got an education, spent most of his youth harassing young girls on forums, harassing transgender people, doxing people. And then the minute people started doing it to him, he immediately became a huge giant pussy. He shut Kiwi Farms down, and then he moved out of the country. And then the minute he moved out of the country and people couldn't fuck with him anymore, then all of a sudden he was a free speech advocate, and he's this big, well-versed, well-educated person. And in reality, he doesn't even have an education. He's not really smart. He's not intelligent. He has zero talent. And he can't really do anything with his life at all. I mean, for as big and as bad as Josh talked about how he's been for the past, I don't know, 6 months on all these different streams, for somebody the other day to link a fucking bunch of screenshots of him where he's begging people in his Discord to give him job security and to help him find a job, or he's going to shut the farms down and he's not going to be able to afford anything. It's just it just makes it more apparent my point. These people are completely full of shit, and they're just trying to grift people out of money and pretend to get money. And honestly, I don't think that's fair to the audience. I think that people that want to have a fan, that want to develop a fan base, that want to, honestly present, an actual show that they care about, those people deserve a chance because, hey, they might say something entertaining, they might be talented, they might be funny, and people will enjoy them. But when you get somebody like Ralph or Andy, they're just like the laziest people. They don't even plan their shows out. Like, I wrote my entire show over the course of like 3 days with all the pictures and stuff. I worked together with Pep and Mr. P and Wilby and Roman, and we put the whole show together. And then I went ahead and I was like, it'd be funnier if we extend it till 10 o'clock so it's in Ralph's time period, in his time slot, and then we'll finish everything up and we'll get some music and stuff together, and we'll plan the whole show out. And like Ralph, he shows up for a show usually 10 minutes late. He has no idea what's going to be talked about on the show. Gator gives him like a half fucking summary rundown of what's going to be talked about, and then they literally take an hour and 45, some is almost 2-3 hours to get to like bullet point one, where they just talk about nothing. And then Ralph reads an article. He's drinking the whole time he's doing it, and then 3-4 hours into the show, nothing's really been talked about, and that's literally every single episode. Andy's the same way. Andy literally never plans his streams. They're just completely off the top of his head. And Andy is a guy that, even though he's a nice guy deep down, he is terrible at improv, and he's terrible at comedy, and it's just not funny. And then he like brings in Geek or other people to back him up, and they're not funny either. And you're just sitting there and you're just like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah, they all laugh at, and it just seems like a show that's poorly put together, like you said.
It's fake. It's fake. Did you see that show yesterday where they were all on there? It was a Dick and Nick and all these guys. They're all on there with Andy and Gator, and it is just so like cringy and sad how they're just like in this big coat pile and they're just all laughing at like jokes that aren't funny. They're all
Yeah.
everything that somebody says is like a fucking laugh right. It's like the funniest fucking joke they ever heard in their life. You know that none of them are really laughing. They're just fake laughing for the audience. None of them are really friends. They're all in it for the money. And it's so fake. And now the audience is starting to see just how full of shit all of them are, and they're fucking calling them out on it. And that's what I love about it. I loved that show tonight where after I got off stream, I went, I listened, and like the last 5, 6 callers in a row called in and were like, hey, how come you didn't do this? How come you did that? Should happen every fucking day until they start doing it. They need to be held accountable for the shit that they pull and the shit that they say.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope someone makes a little clip of that because I'd like to hear that part. Okay. So would you have any advice if you would care to give it for any of these of the cleanup crew?
Yeah. Don't clean up. Get your shit together and get a job. All these fucking retards and copers in the chats that fucking say, "Oh, well, you're just mad at them about making money." Okay, well, Ralph barely makes what $500-600 a week. I make that in like 3 days at my job. Dick's like, "Oh, I make 22 grand off of fucking people like that." Okay, congrats. That's really impressive. I make at least 5 grand more than you, um, off of just regular contracts and commission off of my job. Do you see me doing that every fucking day? No. I mean,
Yeah.
they talk about how much money they earn collectively and shit like that. I've closed close to $3.8 million in residual contracts in the past 14 months at my company, and these fucking retards, they struggle to put together 40 grand. They don't make any kind of serious money. That's why they all live in like low income areas. They don't really do much with themselves. They can't afford to get out of the hole that they put themselves in. I mean, look at Ralph. Even if his mom dies, he's not going to be able to stay in that house. He can't afford the mortgage. The house literally got foreclosed on in 2016. You think he's going to be able to pay to live the way? No, he's going to fucking move into some cheap hovel in the city, or he's going to beg to move in with Gator or someone else. Like, these people aren't able to survive in the real world. They're holding on by a thread.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very very interesting, man. I think I'm out of questions for now for you. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, I think it'd be good if you just did this and brought some people in, talked about shit. That's what makes the show entertaining. Plan it. Show that you're actually like trying to get out there and have people watch you and stuff like that. And you'll grow very easily over a few months. It doesn't take that long to build up a following. It's like what these guys are doing isn't fucking rocket science. It's very easy, and it's very easy to get more views than them.
Yeah.
So you could easily get more views than Ralph. You don't need to restream Ralph reviews. You could make your own content and be better than him. It's not that fucking hard.
Zoom. That's good advice. I got to tell you, I don't know if I want that.
Well, it's not a good path in life because, well, one, being an East is fucking gay,
Yeah.
and two, why do you want to waste all your free time putting together shows every fucking week for a small amount of money and tips and donations? I mean, you can't live off that shit. If you're lucky, you may live off of it, but in reality, unless you're an e-girl with big tits and no brains, you're not really going to make much money online, especially as a guy. It's better
Yeah.
off to go to college, get a real job, start a family, so that you don't end up like these fucking losers.
I completely agree, man. I think it's been fun delivering this. It's a funny joke, but I don't know. It seems like a bad future. Seems like a bad future and a bad idea to try to get big and try to more views. Who the fuck wants that? I mean,
Yeah,
I,
what is
I
the
like
point
what.
of it?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because speaking of more views, you got a lot of views tonight. I enjoyed your show. Um, would you categorize it as what blogs or news or comedy?
I categorize it as comedy because I literally just go on and make fun of people. I don't really see it as like informative. I see it as me just like telling people the truth. And a lot of people, they've watched these other people so long that they just believe every fucking lie they tell. and somebody needs to tell the truth. And I don't really give a shit if YouTube bans me or if they shut my channel off or they give me a strike. I'll just re-upload the stream on BitChute, and who really cares?
Yeah. Do you think is there a group of people, a small group of people that enjoy the Gunt and you?
Uh, from what I've seen, a large majority of people that watch me used to watch Ralph, and they liked when I was on Ralph, and they like that I'm doing that to Ralph. And I think if you actually look at like Ralph's numbers and then compare it to like positive things that are said in the chat, because he censors his chat a lot, he censors his Discord. If you look at his Discord and you look at his chats, he only really has like maybe 150 to 200 like diehard fans, and then like the rest of them are like people from Cal, people from Kiwi Farms, or people that hate watch him. So you figure that like other 400 plus people watching him are really just people that want to watch him fucking just kill himself basically with liquor. So
Yeah.
his whole fucking "oh, I'm the greatest" thing it's all in his head. I mean, even Dispatch made an ass of him when he was botting him up to 3K, and Ralph was bragging about the numbers, and he was getting botted the whole time. And then the minute Dispatch turned the bots off, Ralph dropped all the way down to like 400 active viewers. And I think that you could hear the silence and like the realization in his head that like he wasn't as big as he thought he was the whole time. And that was just so funny to me because it's like he's built himself up in his own head as like this great, amazing, Jay Caesar fucking 187, and in reality, he's a fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, I got one more for you. I got to ask you a silly question. What do you think Andy's dad's like?
I think he's a man that has had a lot of patience, and I think dealing with a son that has severe disabilities like Andy was probably really trying for him. And I think he's kind of gone out of his way to help Andy. And from what Andy told all of us, when his dad let him, basically was like more than happy to let him leave to go live in with Ralph, he said, "Don't come back home." And then Andy's back home. So I think he obviously felt sorry for him and was like, "Oh, I get, at least he tried. Maybe he'll get his shit together." And I think maybe his dad's probably hoping he'll get his shit together and do something with his life. But as of right now, I'm pretty sure he's disappointed because I mean he's fucking giving jerk off reviews to e-horrors right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Shame to the family, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure his dad's not very happy.
Yeah. Well, Zoom, thanks for coming on and asking questions, shooting the shit. You have anything else?
Nah, man. I wish you the best with your show, and I hope I hope you do well on here, but not too well that you become a faggy slut.
Thank you. That's the best thing you could ever say. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Take it easy. Enjoy your show.
Thank you. Take care. All right, chat. What do you think of that? Chat. Sorry. I'm sorry about that, Jeff. Fucking Medicare. What the fuck just happened? What have I done? I'm not even sure. I've got no one here to blast with me. So it's just me now. I don't know if I'll do another one of these on Friday. I don't know if the other two guys I do this with quit for good. But I'll tell you this, I definitely don't want to get into this game. This is not something I take seriously. And if Ralph's out there listening, man, I wish you the best. I truly do. I hope you're doing all right. And I just don't want to fuck with anybody. I just want to watch a good time. It's too much for me, man. I'm over my head. Let's be honest. I don't know how it came. But I guess that's going to be it for the night. I guess the truth is what you make of it, right? It's up to you guys to laugh or take it seriously. I'm just going to go pretend I didn't hear any of it because I don't understand any of it. Maybe I do. I don't know what I'm talking about. Guys, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Take care.